ready? Sunday Sitdown. Yeah, it's time for Sundave Sitdown. Sunday Sitdown. Ooh, yeah. Time for Sundave Sitdown. I'm your host, Abraham Lincoln, brother.
Hi, everybody. It's me. It's Dave, your host. What do I have here? Some cards. We're not going to open them, though, because this is Sundave Sitdown. All righty, then. Hi, everybody. It is the glorious return of Sundave Sitdown, which is now a monthly show. I'm your host, Dave. You remember me. I'm your West Coast Avenger. I got myself a nice ginger beer here, Timber City, regular flavor. If anybody's out there from Timber City, please host me. I love your product and I want it for free. So we'll be bringing out the special guest for the evening and very shortly. We all know who it is. It's our friend, Manu, the 9.9 Newsstand. But first, a couple of things. Hi, Tyler.
Abraham Hogan, brother. He freed the slaves because he is a real American, brother.
Trip is in the house. What up, brother? Trip. Okay. So Abraham Lincoln. There we go. So a couple of things. I want to say thanks to everybody for being here. 19 people away from 2,000 subscribers. You know, all you got to do is everybody that's in here, is 14 people in here. Tell a friend to subscribe. They don't even have to like me. I don't care. I wasn't put here to be liked. I was put here to annoy you. And so that's big. I'm going to be taking off this week from West Coast Wednesday for selling. If I do hit the 2K, well, then it's the 2K show, but most likely that'll be next week. So going to take a little break from selling. Be fully honest with you. A little burned out. This morning dropped the first of the Scotland videos, which is probably only going to be 2 videos, but possible for 3. I hope you enjoyed it. A lot of people watched it so far. So if you haven't, please watch it. You know, like all that stuff, throw a comment, whatever. I appreciate it. Tomorrow I'm interviewing legendary Marvel and also other company comic artist, Marvel and Valiant artist, Bob Hall, who I had met at SummerCon. He is the co-creator of the West Coast Avengers. They're not as cool as the West Coast Avengers. And he worked on countless books. He went to Valiant and worked on Shadow Man for 20-something issues. He did a book for them called Armed and Dangerous, which is a little-known book because Valiant died and then came back and then died again. But I'm excited to talk to him. I'm excited to have a conversation. I have a lot of notes and stuff I want to talk to him about. But that's tomorrow. That interview will probably air in about a week, 2 weeks. And then just some other fun stuff I recorded that's coming down the pipeline. I'm hoping to do some videos with our homie Read Your Comics, Daryl. We were talking about doing some videos together, and I think I've got a good angle on something that that would be fun content for everybody. So those couple of things. 2,000 subscribers. No selling this week. I may hop on Instagram on Wednesday. If I don't hit the 2K subscribers, I may hop on Instagram and just do a slab sale, but just going to try and take it easy. It's Labor Day weekend. So, I want to give everybody a break of me being like, would you like to buy this? Anyway. So that's that. I think tonight's going to be a fun one. It's the monthly Sundave Sitdown. That's where we're going now, until maybe the fall when I hide more indoors. Bring it back weekly or every 2 weeks. But anyway, without further ado, I want to bring everybody's friend in, the guy that wins the award for more likable than Dave, my co-host on the podcast that came from the Newsstand, and one of just the best people I know, Mr. Manu, the 9.9 Newsstand. And here
Oh, no. Oh, that's good stuff, man. What's up, Dave? Hello.
What's up, Manu?
And what an epic opener! Like
Yeah.
right out of the gates.
I wanted to make sure that everybody knew that I'm still me and nothing's changed.
We gotta be us. Dang
Mhm.
it! And Dabraham Lincoln. Hell
Abraham Lincoln.
yeah. What's up, friends? How's everybody doing? Man, it's nice to be back. I haven't been live in a minute. RMS, what up? Tyler, what up? New York
RMS
night
is in
before,
the
you know.
house.
Yeah. Nice, man. Miss you too, my friend. Miss you too. You know, we're gonna construct something. We're gonna we might, yeah, it might be weird for the next couple of weeks until we figure out our future groove, but I've got this weird feeling that there's a good groove coming.
There's a good groove. I mean, look, for what I can say, he still hasn't noticed it, folks. For what I can say is that
Did you know Manu is short for Manchester? I did not notice that. Manu. That's hilarious. And there's the trivia for the night, guys. There you go.
There it is. For
Criterion,
our part,
what's up, my man?
for our part, it came from the Newsstand, our new podcast. We will be recording our 10th episode tomorrow, and we are releasing our 9th episode tomorrow morning.
Yes,
I'm excited.
The episode, it's gonna be. I'm so excited about that episode, friends. I can't wait for you guys to hear it. I hope you love it. Tell us what you think. It's definitely in the top of whatever the favorites are so far.
Should we spoil the title?
Yeah, I think that's what it's called. Yeah. Heck yeah.
So tomorrow's episode is called "The Kids Got Hustle." Yeah,
Kids got hustle, and
hustle.
that's what it's about. I mean, that's what got us here, and that's what's keeping us going, and that's our future ambitions. It was a fun freaking conversation to have with you, my man. So I hope you guys all enjoy it because I don't know, it's my kind of thing, that one.
A little inside baseball on the recording of the podcast. We do usually 2 back to back, and we record 2 separate sessions, but in one, hangout. And if you guys listen to the episode that dropped this past Monday, it wasn't dark, but it was a little more somber and a little bit more personal for me, talking about my relationship with Scotland and also relationship with my friend Scott. And
it was very thoughtful.
Yeah. And when we jumped into the second episode, it was like we were talking about something, and then I'm like, should we record this? And you're like, yeah, let's record this. And it's like such a contrast to what we were talking about. So if everybody out there, anybody who's listening or hasn't listened yet, when you do, or if you're already doing, just, if you want to share, if there's anything feedback wise that you think would, be helpful, it doesn't have to be positive. I know you're vocal about this, but we want to hear, even just technical things like, hey, it could be louder, or it could have more beats in it. I don't know.
Yeah, anything like that. And Laserbrain, thank you. Very happy to hear that, man.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, Matt. If you guys want to hear like a segment where Manu freestyles, maybe we could get it to happen. I don't know.
Just gotta let me know, and if enough people let me know, there'll be some rhyming going on. Andrew,
and we can officially call Andrew the 3rd member of the podcast, because he is the he's the one that kind of brings it all together. It's like we got this thing, and he's the impartial third party that helps us, summarize it all with the
Nothing
synopsis.
happens without him being the final say in it.
Yeah. Because I don't know about you. I find it hard personally for YouTube just to fucking come up with a thumbnail and a title. I couldn't imagine trying to write the synopsis for each episode, like not being one of us. It's too hard. It would be too hard.
No, I'm very grateful that he's here, because I'm an overthinker and a half, man. And if I was, writing the synopsis, there'd be 18 versions of it, and
then,
it's just I would not be able to decide on anything. So I'm very happy that is the team that we have become, the 3 of us. What you drinking?
Water and ginger beer.
Agua fina. Okay, and there goes the beard. Oh, guys, I hope you make. I don't want to ruin. No, I can't ruin it. Just I hope you enjoy the episode.
Yeah, don't
Marvelous.
ruin it
Can't
because
ruin it.
there's
Yeah,
yeah.
I just really like it. Yeah.
I think the best way to tell people is enjoy every single second of the podcast.
Yes, that is it.
Uh-huh.
And we'll talk more about that in a little bit. So,
Yeah.
what are we doing tonight? How are you? Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday. Yeah, happy Sunday. I wanted to bring this back as just kind of like a open chat kind of hangout. I feel like the reason, okay, so you don't know this, even though you do know this, but you don't know this because it's a lot of it's just never said. The reason why I originally wanted Sundave Sitdown, and you were there for the first episode, was just because I like the vibe of the live sale where everybody's just going off in the chat, but because I'm selling, it's hard for me to concentrate on what is going on in the chat and respond to everybody thoughtfully. And so I wanted to bring back Sundave Sitdown because when I originally started it was supposed to just be, maybe I'll pick a topic, maybe I'll pick something to show off or talk about, but let's just hang out in the chat, talk comics, talk movies, talk sales, talk whatever. I've been reading a lot this week. I read, and I don't know, a lot of people might not be familiar with this book and show, but Mark Miller, or if you look at his name, Mark Millar, he wrote a book back in the late 90s called American Jesus. And I never read it. And it's one of the few books I never read of his. And they just adapted it into a Netflix show called The Chosen One. And it's basically, it's the story of Jesus coming. What if Jesus showed up in the 90s? But he was a kid, and it was, and obviously I'm not religious, but Mark Miller writes great. And I watched the Netflix show and I finally read the book. I got to say the show's better. They said it, and it's interesting because they said it in Mexico. It's mostly in Spanish. And it makes sense because if you look at America and you look at Mexico, which one of those two countries is actually religious and actually believes in it? Mexico. They are a culture full of people with a lot of religious iconography. And it wouldn't, if Jesus showed up today in America, 92% of the people would laugh at it. And then like 400,000 people would try and kill him. And it would just be a mess. So
I'm not supposed to laugh at that.
I mean, it's true though. That's why
I'm
it's
glad
set.
You're having an enjoyable experience with that show.
Yeah. So I watched the show.
I still just watch Shark Tank. That's all I do.
Did you watch Shark Week?
No, I think back in the day I used to.
Shark Week,
is that
baby?
Is that a shark tattooed on you?
I have 2 shark tattoos.
I didn't know that. I mean,
Yeah.
I knew you had the tattoos. I never studied them. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah,
I love sharks.
I've been fascinated with sharks since I was a kid. Like, you know, everybody's got their favorite animal when they're young, and like most of us gravitate towards dinosaurs, but real animals that still exist. And shark was always mine. Here's a funny story. You'll appreciate this, and all of our friends from the Bay Area will appreciate this. My dad tells this story still to this day. And Johnny was on Shark Tank. Johnny. Oh, well, I'm interested to hear about that.
And what does that mean for like 10 seconds? What does that mean? Wait, so that means, maybe, correct me if I'm wrong, that means someone was doing a pitch and he was like he was part of the pitch.
Yeah,
he
was part of the pitch.
Of the pitcher. Dude, you have to let us know, even if you just break it down in like short form or long. I don't care if you send a paragraph in the chat. That's amazing. I want to know, and I want your autograph. You're my favorite.
Wow. All right. I guess I gotta go.
Hey. Oh, I used to get booted. This is a reverse boot. Amazing. The boot's on the other foot now. Sorry.
Apparently you need to boost your volume. Well, I'm on my good microphone, Tyler. So I don't know if you sound fine, and you know what, Manu, you sound fine in my, so I think it's Tyler is having maybe a problem. I don't know.
Well, you know, I listen when Tyler speaks. So if anyone else can't hear me, put a thumbs down in the chat.
I can't even adjust your mic volume, so there's nothing I can do. I tried, but
he says, what's New Yorker's name? You said his name. What's his name?
Oh, Johnny.
Apologies, yeah. Johnny. I forget things. I won't forget now. Oh, well, don't hit me if I do, but I won't. A friend of mine won it and was part of the year later review. Oh, that's amazing. What company was it? What was the product? Tell us everything. Oh, that's so exciting. Oh,
well, I'll tell my shark story real quick.
Okay. Oh yeah, forget. Yes.
So I don't know how old I was. It was probably 6 or 7. My parents, we went, me, my brother, my parents, we all went to San Francisco on a family trip, and we were down by the pier, and there was some guy making balloon animals, and it was like on a stage, and and um and so, like, you know, it was like my dad tells it like, "Oh, hey, little boy, what do you want?" And the kid would be like, "A giraffe," and he'd make a giraffe. And
Okay.
then next kid would say like a dog or a, bird. And then they came to me and asked me, and this is true. And he said, "Oh, young man, what would you like?" And I just looked at that. I was like, "A shark." And he apparently looked at my dad and said, "Nice kid you got there."
What? As if there was something demented or something.
Well,
Sharks
this
are
is
awesome.
also probably the dead mid 80s, when people were still like obliviously angry and, afraid of sharks.
Can I show you something crazy? This has nothing to do with
Sure.
sharks, but there's water. There's water. I'm gonna show you crazy water items.
Showing us water.
I'm gonna show you water.
Are you going to turn it into wine? Ooh.
315 Newsstand. I grew up thinking that was Eddie Brock. It's not.
Yeah.
It's Shark.
Yeah.
It's Shark
It's
Man. It's Shark Week Man.
Hydro Man. Yeah.
Right? Wait, which side is the grade on?
It's on the side that there you go. 9.8. Oh,
Mark Jewelers. Mark Jewelers 9.8 white page.
That is
actual first appearance of Venom.
Multiple cover. That is a multiple $1,000 book.
Yes. Well, yes, and yeah, I didn't grade this one, so I'm well aware of how much it cost.
Yeah. I saw one today that somebody had posted, Grails or one of them. It was a 7.5, and it was
7.5 double cover. Mark Jewelers double cover.
Yeah, it was like $1,000, right?
It's something like that. It's just that's a really tricky one, right? Because it's like you want so badly for. Thank you, RMS. I appreciate it. Thank you, Tyler. And I'll tell the story about the pickup as well. But and then I'm going to share another Mark Jewelers with you as well. That's 7.5. Like, you want so badly for it to be a higher grade, but how amazing is it that it's a double cover Mark Jewelers?
I almost want it just because of what it is. Like, it's a little too expensive for me to buy it and crack it out. But if it was like 600, I'd buy it and just crack it out.
If I remember correctly, and I could be wrong, there might be 2 of these rarities floating around at the same time. I believe, and I could be wrong, and someone could keep me honest, that was a raw copy on eBay for a while. So maybe somebody grabbed it, graded it, and here it is for sale. That could be the case.
Probably.
But that is incredibly awesome. But no, I didn't grade this one. I purchased this one. But this one I graded.
Jesus.
9.8 white page Mark Jewelers.
311 311 311 3311. Change a lot and then some. Mark Jewelers ASM. Man who's got it, doesn't he? And it's a fucking 9.8.
Thank you, my man. Timothy says I've got that 315 in a CG. Dude.
Oh, dude, I know who you are.
Yes. And you do have the 94315. And that's pretty nice too. So
do you know I'm about 50% of the way through owning every Todd book that exists in a Mark Jeweler?
So you have every Todd ASM book?
I'm like, every Todd book that exists. I'm about 50% of the way. Yeah.
Okay, so you've already got 20 something or 30 maybe.
About 20. Well, look, so the funny thing is people assume certain books so ASM 300 doesn't exist in a Mark Jeweler.
No.
His Batman runs don't exist in Mark Jewelers. They were already done with having Mark Jewelers and Batman by the time he was on the book. So it's Hulk, Marvel Tales, ASM, no Spider-Man, no adjectiveless Spider-Man. I have the Quasar. I don't think I have the Conan. I might have the Conan. But yeah, it's not as many books as you would think. The Hulk, the 340, the 298, and 299 are going to be my hardest pickups.
Yeah, that 340 does. And we do know that there's a 301 out there. You could go ahead and grab that $20,500 copy on eBay. Why not, Dave?
But I already have a 90 signed by Todd in that Mark Jeweler.
Yeah, but when you got that, you didn't have a successful podcast. Now you have a successful podcast. You gotta go buy the $20,000 one now.
In order for us to have that kind of successful podcast, you have to change your name to Jason Bateman, and I have to change my name to what's his name? Fucking who else is on that podcast?
I don't know. Jason Bateman has a podcast?
Yeah, it's called it's him and what's his name from Will and Grace, and then shit, who is it? Is it Sudeikis? Anyway, they have one of the most successful podcasts, period.
And we'd have to monetize it for it to make any money. So that would be a step. But anyway. But wait, Jason Bateman, if I'm thinking about the right guy, he was Teen Wolf at one point in time.
Yeah,
he's an
and
actor
he was,
I really like.
It's Will Arnett. Yeah. It's Arrested Development. That's Jason Bateman.
Dude, the Spelling Bee movie. Did you watch the Spelling Bee movie?
I never saw that. I heard it was amazing though.
It's so freaking good.
Yeah.
Will Arnett. That's a hilarious movie. I don't even know who Will Arnett is. I'm gonna Google. I know.
Yes, you do. Will Arnett played Batman in Lego Batman, but he's also in Arrested Development. He played Joe.
Oh yeah, Will Arnett. I know Will Arnett.
He's got one of the best voices. Period.
I thought he does that voice like comedically. That's really his
voice. So he gravels it a little bit, but his voice is naturally kind of like this. Yeah. BoJack. He also played BoJack Horseman.
Oh, I don't know what that means, but that's awesome. But 311 Mark Jeweler. Oh no, that's not that one. Sorry, that's this one.
Now, did you get the reference when I started
singing the 311?
Yeah,
I assumed that was from the band.
I just put them
together. I had never heard it. I knew what you were doing. I'd never heard that. I'd never heard that song, but I know 311. I know there's a group called 311. I knew that. I knew that. But anyway, so when I post this on my page, please act surprised, Dave, because now you've seen it. Yes, thank you. This one too. Both of these have to be posted on my page. I love those.
Is that surprised enough for you? Oh my God.
That's a good one. I like that. I'm into it. Oh shit. Hi.
I don't know if people saw that I posted today. It's very funny. So Manu didn't see my post about the giveaways, and I didn't know that Manu was going to do the giveaways, but Manu's going to be giving away like $10,000 in cash, but I'm going to be giving away this pair.
Ooh. And, 21, issue 21 is like really has a piece of my heart, that book.
Well, these two complement each other.
They do indeed.
Very much. Then I'm going to be giving out this for the Bat fans in the house.
Sick. What is that? What is that?
It is a giant Batman encyclopedia. But what's cool, it has some color images in it, like splash color images, like Jim Lee, and it's got a lot of Jeff Loeb art in too. But yeah, this is just something that's been sitting on the shelf for a while that I got with the collection, and I thought I'd give it away because who doesn't like free Batman?
How do you want to give them away? Are we going to do the rant? Are we going to do the wheel?
Yeah, I've got the StreamYard tool ready to go. So
well,
yeah,
I want. Do you want to do one of yours first, or should I do one first? Because I want to get one of the hashtags going.
Yeah, let's do a hashtag. What hashtag you want to do?
All right, is it me or you going?
You.
Okay. Well, this is what I'm giving away.
What is he giving away? Can I win it? Ooh, a Newsstand Marvel Age 90. All right, so we'll make the hashtag. How about Todd Spidey?
Yes, Todd Spidey. Teej's own. I love that name.
Teej.
I was there on the live stream when Maddie said it.
Yeah, it's so good.
It is freaking perfect. RMS, I wish you luck. I wish you luck, my friend. And it is it's not a bad grade. Like it's a 9.2 plus. Like it's not a not high grade book, but if you get a 9.8, I mean that's fantastic for you. But I don't know. But this is going to somebody. Marvel Age 90.
I need that.
Todd Spidey.
I need that in a Mark Jeweler. That's one of those books I need in a Mark Jeweler.
Yes, it is. And I sold a 9.6 of it in a Mark Jewelers.
I think I remember that. That was not too long ago.
You know, time flies. Maybe 6-7 months ago, something of that sort. Who knows?
You know, I was talking to my mom today on the phone, and she was asking me,
Interglobal, what up? Sorry.
And she was asking me about the podcast, and I was like, you probably shouldn't listen to it, but I told her to listen to tomorrow's episode. And then she was asking me about you, and I was just telling her like our similarities, and I was like, yeah, I started talking to him at the beginning of the year, and then I was like, wait, no, I've been we've been talking for almost a year now. I think it was like
Yeah.
October, because I was thinking about when you bought the Fallout and we were already like
Oh yeah, that was
muchachos.
December already.
Yeah, time fucking flies, man.
Holy shit, we're almost at the end of this year. Like we're
crazy.
in quarter 4. I don't know where we are, but we're on that end. Yeah, my friends, what's going on?
Oh,
Ryan
look at all
McKenna.
Ryan's in here and Derek's in here and
Ryan,
Jerome's
I've
in
missed you,
here.
man. I've
Well,
missed you, Ryan. Both Ryans, both of my
look who's
favorite
in
Ryans.
here.
What book and boards do you use look so clean? This is an E. Gerber Mylite 2. It's a Mylar. And the board on this one is also an E. Gerber. It's a fullback. But unfortunately, about the new fullbacks from E. Gerber, they've downsized from what used to be a 45 or a 44 mil to a 42 mil. This one, I believe, is a 35 mil. Oh, no, 35 are the new ones. This is in between. This is like a 41, 42 mil. So they're a little thinner, but they're still the best in the freaking business. And they used to be white on both sides, but not. But these are E. Gerber products. Oh, Dave likes a different bag and board, but I like this bag and board.
So I use Johnny, I'll take a look in a moment. I use Comic Pro line, and they're a little less expensive than E. Gerber, which, you know, that means they're probably just a little down step, but not much.
They're good. They're
yeah,
good.
they are. This is what they look like. And if you order from them, I became like a content creator partner with them. You can use the code DaveEnger and save like $7 or $8 because they're a Canadian company, so it's not $10. Jason, what's up, my brother? Oh, Jason, I'll text you later, but I officially actually need a pass for New York Comic Con. Everything fell through, so if you know anybody that's got an extra weekend pass, I would probably buy it from them.
We got to get that to you, whatever. We got to get you that.
Yeah, I know. Andrew, the only one I have slabbed is that 301 that's signed from the signing. So it's a 90 301 Mark Jeweler signed. Yeah. Well, I know Manu's not on the show as much. Well, there hasn't been a show, so it's not like you haven't been on the show. There isn't one. So,
miss you too, my friend, and hopefully miss you too, my man.
Yeah. Comic Pro line, they're still good, but they definitely, my lights are. I don't love my lights just because I would have to raise all my prices if I started using those.
They're expensive, dude. Last time I ordered a setup of 50 boards and 50 bags, $75, I think.
I just ordered 1,300 bags and boards from Comic Pro line. I ain't ordering that from E. Gerber.
No, man, they're and especially since the prices go up, but the board gets thinner. Like, come on, guys, we could do better than that.
Tej, I think you should change it. Tej his own.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
If you don't, somebody else named Tej is going to, and then you're going to be pissed off. Like, buy the domain name, change it, and do what you want. But I don't think that's a bad change. Like, that's a winner.
Manu, we have 28 people in here, but yet 17 people only put the hashtag in.
Really, I'm going to actually count these hashtags. Let's see if there's only 17. Actually, guys, come on, don't be shy. Even if you already have it, you can win yourself another one.
Don't be shy.
Yeah, this does make the odds better for the people participating, though.
Or be shy, and you don't have to enter.
What is this? The Living Tej. What is Tej Zone? Why are we doing Tej Zone?
I get it. It sounds like Tej's Zone, but no, you got to make it Tej his own.
Yeah, Tej's own. Yeah, it has to be.
All right, Todd Spidey. So we got 19 entries, 29 people in here. Let me get the screen up here.
Screen time.
No, there it is. All right. Todd Spidey. We got especially for people named Ryan.
Wait, what? I missed the reference.
I missed that. I've last couple of Tuesdays haven't been the same, maybe especially for people named Ryan.
Oh, see that, RMS, Ryan McKenna, you too. Dang it, guys. Thank you. I feel like I'm not going to force Manu to speak on it, but I can just say this, that ever since Marvel Masterpieces came out, there really hasn't been anything worth talking about because it's taken over everything and it doesn't interest me. And we already know it doesn't interest you. You've spoken on it multiple times. Beautiful set. If it existed differently, I would be more involved, but it exists the way that it does, and it doesn't mesh with my energy. And, the universe has a way of doing what it does, but beautiful set nonetheless.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of beautiful things in the world. You don't have to care about them.
Facts, bro.
There's a lot of beauty in this world, and all right, should we do it?
Oh, shoot, dude, I gotta tell you. Okay. Yes, no, in just a second. So, Cuz in 11, right? The name here, he does these custom comic clippings, right? And we'll talk about those in a second because they are within reach. But this was amazing. So he DM'd me, right? Just as a friend, right? Because we know each other in the world of social media, if you will, right? And he sent me some pictures of the comic clippings, and he was just kind enough to say, "Would you like one?" And I told him, I said, if it's not too much trouble, absolutely. Like, I'd love to add one of these to my personal collection, right? So he takes cuts out of comics and does his custom frame for him, so on and so forth, right? And I was like, yeah, of course I'd take one if it's not too much trouble, right? And then I didn't know that this larger package was that package. And when I'm purchasing things, I'm keeping track of those.
For anybody that doesn't know what Manu is talking about, a comic cut is card, found in a pack that they cut up a panel from a famous comic and they stick it and they number it. It's very similar, if you ever collected sports cards, to game use jersey cards, game use stick cards, whatever. Also, if you know about those, you definitely want to listen to the podcast tomorrow. Continue, Manu.
Yeah. So Cousin D does the comic cuts, right? And so there was a package. I didn't realize it was the package that he had sent me. So late, I opened it up, and inside the package, there's 7 smaller packages, maybe 8.
Oh.
He didn't send me one comic clipping. He sent me dozens of comic clippings. Outside of that, he sends me cards. And there's a lot of modern stuff that I'm not familiar with, right? So I was looking through the cards, blown away, like, holy cow, these are incredible. There's Venom cards, there's Spidey cards, there's a bunch of other stuff too. And I was just having fun exploring. Last night, I shared that with a friend, right? We were doing a recording with Elusive, Doom card, and Monster and Iron Mask, Sergi.
Yeah.
And and afterwards we're just hanging out talking. This might have happened during the stream. I don't remember. We were talking for 8 hours last night. And I showed some of the cards, and they were like, "Bro, that's a this and that's a that." And I didn't know. I just thought they were cool Venom cards. And I was like, "Oh my gosh!" So I have to even thank you even louder and even more, because that was too much. Like, he sent me cards that had some value on them, and I was like, "Oh crap! I didn't even realize." So I'm very happy to have those in the collection. And thank you. And I'll grab them. They are. I have a lot of stuff here, but they are here. But I just want to say thank you. So that's Cousin.
Well,
anyway, let's give this
I'm
away.
excited to see him, and I'll get to Constantine's. I'll get to Interglobal's comment in a sec. But let's get this given away. Last chance for a free Marvel Age 90 newsstand from Manu. Hashtag Todd Spidey in 3, in 2, in. Ooh.
Oh, Queva, I hope you got your in there. But thank you, my friend. Hello.
Ooh.
No!
Siege! Siege is on!
Siege is on. Congrats, man. That's
You know what's great about that? Not only is Tej one of my favorite people and one of my first, friends that I talk to in this space, but he's also a big McFarlane fan. So he's
so cool.
He's a Todd fan, and you can't really everybody's got to be happy that it goes to a Todd fan.
Yeah, and we have a lot of Todd fans here, and I would have been so happy for so many of our friends to receive this, but I'm going to make sure that RMS gets one anyway. He knows I'm going to. But, Tej, just DM me your information, shipping stuff. You already know the drill, and I'll get this out to you in the next couple of days. Tej is owned. So awesome. Congratulations.
It's almost like when we know that our cell phones are listening to us and they give us ads on Instagram. That was something we were talking about. It's like we were talking about Tej and the whole thing, and he won it because of that.
That's so cool.
And just going back to what Eric Global said, and I don't want to spend time talking on it because I don't give a fuck about the cards, the masterpieces. Yeah. Just saying that he hasn't spent money. Anybody who's bought a box, that's cool, right? But if you're spending thousands of dollars, do you know what you could have had instead of a bunch of cards? You could have had an original piece of art that's this big, like
Right.
you could. There was a McFarlane page that sold on the last Comic Connect auction for like $3,000. That's the cost of a case.
Yeah, and I'm with you, and I agree, and I share the same sentiment as our friends here, and it's obviously there's obviously people on multiple sides of this discussion, but if it was just introduced to the world in a more sincere sort of way, I would have loved it. I want to love it, but I'm not just about the product. Everything around the product makes the experience for me,
Aaron, I can't speak to the specifics of the card craze right now, but it's the same thing with the Marvel. It's hyped up by people, and people it's FOMO. It's FOMO. Cards.
There's a camaraderie in that community that makes sense for. I'm not a group activity sort of guy like that.
No, I mean, I love the community here, but people that know me, this channel, and the things that I have to say, I don't like hype trains. You want to hype something up, be passionate about it from the ground up, not just because you have it and nobody else does. Be passionate about it from the ground up. It's the same way I am with comics. And we talk about this on the podcast, but when you said that you called me like a market guy, even though I say I'm not, there's so much more about a comic than just a number. It's a piece of art, and like that's what keeps it fun for me. I don't talk about Todd because I'm pumping him up. I talk about Todd because I love him.
That's absolutely right. That is absolutely freaking right. And what did there was a comment here from Joe. Said, not gonna lie, I felt like I missed out on Marvel masterpieces big time, but having money in my account is so much better. Now, look, dude, that is such a healthy comment, and it's like, I'm not gonna lie, even me, I felt like I missed out. But when I had that feeling, that's when I knew that I was walking the wrong path. A product should never make anyone, and I've been working on myself for years, to make me feel like I'm not included or not involved or missing out. And I could have, I guess, been hyper focused on figuring out how to get an order in, yada yada. But again, those pressures and that stress, I had to check myself, like, why the hell does that exist in my world? No, that's not how I interact with products, And so I'm with you because I felt the same, but I think we can just rest assured that we got to see them, we got to enjoy them, and when the cards we want hit the market for sale from people who are collectors of other characters, we can buy whatever we want.
And when Dan Dos Santos does an Art of Marvel Masterpieces book, you can enjoy every single painting because he will. He will. Yeah. I mean, everybody that's in here right now, whether you're here because Manu or you're here because of me or both of us, the reason why you get into comics or comic characters or comic cards at some point in your life is because you love the character or you love the art. And it's not about like, oh, I have to have this because I'm missing out. It's because you generally find the passion involved in it. And I'm not a YouTube hype man. I don't do that type of stuff, so I can't really speak on it. All I could say is that if you're truly enjoying what you own and what you buy and what you're looking at, then like, you're smart enough to like sit there and be like, yeah, they can spend fucking $10,000 on this stuff and buy the singles when they get cheap, or, buy the one, like you said, like go and buy the one card that they really want, even though it'll be expensive. They don't have to spend the $5,000 getting a bunch of shit they don't want.
Yeah. And I've been so tempted, like even at the eBay prices of $850, $900 a box. The other day I sold an Amazing Spider-Man 252 9.8 newsstand white page, and I sold it for $1,800, which was a couple $100 below market, like $400 below market. But the reason I was able to do that is because I graded that book, right? So I had substantial margin in the book because I bought it well. But after I made that sale and the money came into the PayPal, I did have a thought for a second. I was like, well, this is 2 boxes of masterpieces. Can I convince myself that all I did was trade my raw book with, the value conversion, right?
Sure.
And when I had, because I was like, dude, that's like buying 2 boxes of masterpieces for $300, right? Like that's what it would have, the actual cost in would have been. But then I thought, wait a second, but it's not $300 now. Now it is $1,800. It's
Yeah.
in my PayPal, and I'm not going to manipulate myself into thinking I'm getting a deal.
Oh,
It's freaking $1,800. I'm keeping the money.
It's all mental battles with yourself when it comes to that stuff. I was telling you, I sold that Ghost Rider page, and I got paid for it very recently. And then I was like, oh, I could pay off my car right now. And and I was like, let me put some money away. Let me pay off some bills, but also let me enjoy it and buy something. And that 2 days later, I went on I think it was Comic Connect, and I won a James O'Barr original Crow piece, and I won a Ron Lim Silver Surfer piece. And that was my healthy way of doing it. Sure, I could have bought something ridiculously expensive and irresponsible.
Yeah.
But I decided that I can do what I want to do and not feel like I have to make a big show of it or whatever,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I want the whole experience to feel like a warm hug, man. I'm a sap when it comes to that, and the aggressive race to attain doesn't feel warm and fuzzy to me. And what Cueva said here, I felt that during Spider-Man Metal. Truth is, that's where I learned my lesson, because that was my first introduction to a modern set release. I was on YouTube with the card community, if you will, and I was all into the hype because I didn't know what was going on. And then when the dust settled at the end, I was like, oh, I don't want to do that again.
You know what? It was funny. I wasn't planning on buying boxes, but I bought a couple blasters. I got the 2 McFarlanes. I got the gold and the yellow, and I was like, cool. I got the 2 cards I would have wanted anyway.
Yes,
so,
indeed.
So Aaron said, allow collecting to be a passion and not an addiction, which I will say, Aaron, in all fairness, easier said than done, coming from somebody that was an addict for a long time. Sure. But when collecting affects it's the same thing. When collecting affects your finances, it affects your life. So I agree. Like, if you do find yourself in that place, identify the problem. Look, shit, if anybody ever has a problem in that type of regard, like they're addicted to buying, reach out to me.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Feel free. I will not shame you. And I've been there. I've been there more ways. I've been there more ways than one. But John said, I don't collect Dan Brereton comics for their value. No, you appreciate his art.
Dave, I really appreciate you saying that. Yes, you have a different experience with it, but you can shed light on perspective. And then I myself can provide a perspective as well. And I love that you said that, though. If anyone's feeling the pressure or anything, just hit me up. Dude, sometimes I'm selling a book and people will message me. They'll be like, I'm so tempted, but this, that, and the third. And I'm not the voice of convincing you to buy it. I'm the voice saying, well, then there'll be another one. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. And most likely it'll be the same person you're going to buy it from. This guy or this guy, that guy.
Yeah, like it's fine,
You don't collect comics just because of the current comic movie specs? What?
I don't, unfortunately.
Well, you'd have to watch the movies to have a movie spec,
to be inspired to do so. Absolute Gamer Nerds, Rohan, what up?
Yeah, Rohan, it's probably gonna be like at least 4 weeks before I get the page in my hands, but I could send you I'll go on Comic Connect and I'll send you a picture. It's from Silver Surfer 45, I think it's the second appearance of the Gauntlet, and it's like an all Mephisto page, and I love it. Spidey Metal and E-Pack.
Yes. 2 things. Oh, that's a nice sound. 2 things. I want you to pick one of your giveaways, please, Dave. Not what to do. Pick whatever one, and let's get it rolling, because I want to get another giveaway going. And then Ryan said I bought 15 ASM 280. Might be saying 252s. I'm not sure, but wait. And I need to get them to Manu to make them 9/8. Well, look. But what did you buy? There must be a typo there. What's 282? Let me look at it.
Is that's nothing I can think of. It's post Carnage. Hello, Cafe Chromos.
Hey, what's going on? Hello. Oh, 282. I love 282.
Wait, which is 282?
Wait, he bought my 282 from me.
Which one's
Ryan actually bought the 9/8 282 from me. It's Black Suit Symbiote 30th anniversary frame with all the characters. He's upside down.
Yeah,
portrait upside down.
Oh, 282. I was thinking 382.
I know, because you said post Carnage, and I was like, nope.
We'll do, brother. We'll do. Hey, what's up? Armando's in the house.
Yo, Armando, what up? What up?
All right. How about
Yeah.
this? Since you did a
Which one?
Todd, I'm going to do the
Yeah.
Batman. I'll do the Batman.
Do the Batman, bro.
All right. So
I
this
like
is
it.
I'm going to give this away right now. This is the Essential Batman Encyclopedia. It's a very thick book, like half a phone book. All you got to do to win is type in "Where's Rachel?"
Dang, that's a tough one. Who knows how to spell Rachel? Who knows how to spell where? Goodness.
Oh my God, really? Where's Rachel? Here,
Did it?
I'll put it in there.
It's in
Hashtag
there. I'll put it in there.
where's and do you know how it's said?
Where's Rachel? Where's Rachel?
Oh,
That's-
did Bane say that in a movie?
No,
or something?
it's
Oh.
Christian Bale. It's Christian Bale, your
Oh,
favorite
and-
actor.
Well,
Um,
guy.
it is a cool cover. Yeah, the 282. Now that I remember, marvelous cards in the house. What's up? What up, brother?
Yo, what's going on, man? Nice to see you. Hello.
Sitting in the dark because your power decided to do maintenance on the power.
Damn.
Yeah, well, California does have power issues, but that sounds more like a man-made power issue. T-Bear
Doom
Phil in the
Card,
house.
what up? Hey, T-Bear, my friend, I miss you. How
Almost
are
going
you,
to bed
brother?
and saw live and came in. By the way, if you're not subscribed to my YouTube, 2000 is going to be a celebration. So it's going to be me, Manu, other friends giving stuff away for hours. And I have a preview. I was going to do a preview tonight of some of the stuff I'm going to give away on the 2K show. Where's Rachel? Hashtag where's Rachel to win this Batman Encyclopedia. I will ship it to you for free. Oh, you got to do a hashtag, T-Bear.
Timothy says you merely adopted the dark, right? That's hella funny because Armando's talking about sitting in the dark. Little known fact, Dave and I record our podcast sitting in the dark. But
you merely adopted the dark. I was born in it.
Exactly, and I used that audio for real, and I had no idea it was Bane. It was probably you that told me. I don't remember.
It definitely was. What up, Doom Card in the house? It's
what up?
It's from friends Ross looking for
Dog,
Where's Rachel?
Bishopism, what's going on, my man?
T-Rock!
Let me tell you what happened last night.
Hold on. I just got to do it one more time.
Okay.
You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it.
What the fuck? That was spot fucking on.
I've watched Dark Knight Rises a lot.
I believe that. I believe it. There you go. You wouldn't have entered. I totally got the Friends vibe on that one. Okay. So this is just last night. I've already said this. I recorded with Doom Card and Elusive and Sergio, Monster and Iron Mask, and it was a great time. But here's the story that I want to tell right now. We talked about that a moment ago, but afterwards we stayed chatting into the wee hours of the morning while it wasn't recording. Right? I'm talking about for hours. And for Doom, he's not even in California. He's a couple hours ahead.
Yeah.
It's literally 6-something in the morning. And you know me, Dave. You know, when I start telling my stories, I don't stop.
You don't stop.
Look down and talk.
Yeah.
And so Elusive couldn't stop laughing. And I thought I was cracking him up. I was like, I'm going to keep going. I think I'm being funny. No, it's because Doom kept falling asleep and he was too nice to tell me. And Elusive was watching him. He was like, like doing these numbers, I guess.
Yeah.
I just kept on yapping. But that was so fun last night. Thank you, man. I can't wait till we do it again.
I have two things I want to respond to, Derek.
You think
the darkness is your ally. And Laserbrain said he was an extra in Dark Knight Rises in the football scene in Three Rivers Stadium. And I had a friend that was an extra in the scene shot in front of the Stock Exchange in New York. But I do want to ask Laserbrain, did you happen to be next to the redhead in that scene? Because God damn it, ever since I saw that movie and every time after, I was like, she's just a cutie and I wanna take her out for coffee.
So you want to know if he has her number?
Yeah, I hope it's not like his wife or his, ex-girlfriend or current girlfriend, whatever it is. I'm Gotham's Reckoning.
You're way too good at that.
Dude, I gotta say, here's where's Rachel is the hashtag. We'll do the giveaway in just a moment. I know you're not a Bale fan, but those Batman movies are, super special. They're amazing movies. Christopher Nolan doesn't make bad movies. But I've got a controversial thing that I always say. As good as Heath Ledger was as the Joker, I still think Bane was the best villain of that. I don't think that was the best character, but I still think that Bane was the most ruthless villain in that trilogy. But
Can
either
I tell
way,
you something morbid,
yes.
dark, and hella honest? And it's just one of my problems.
Hold on, you've got a challenge.
Oh shit!
Wait.
Wait, Manu. $5
Uh,
to your Venmo if you know where Three Rivers Stadium was located. Jersey,
oh no,
Michigan,
no!
Mississippi,
I'll give you a hint, and you're not even going to get it with this hint. Ben Roethlisberger.
Boston.
God damn it, it's Pittsburgh.
Fuck. Thank you for the opportunity, Ryan. I love you. Damn it.
Oh God. All right. So what was the dark thing you were going to say?
This is how I work, and I'm sorry, guys, and I don't mean to put a dark cloud over the whole situation. I remember many, many years ago, tragic situation. You could correct me if I'm wrong. Someone dressed as Bane, went into a movie theater and killed a whole bunch of people.
He wasn't dressed as Bane. He was just wearing fucking tactical gear. He ruined movie theaters for a lot of people. That psychopath.
Oh, and that's all I remember. And after that, anytime I see Bane, I think of that tragic event.
Yeah.
It makes me a little sad. That's
No,
all.
it was terrible. It was terrible. Yeah. Welcome to the fucking United States of America. And with that, let's give away Batman. In 5, in 4, where's Rachel? In 3, in 2, I'm Gotham's Reckoning. You want to see how I got these scars? All right, here we go. Who's gonna win it?
Oh yeah, we're doing it.
Johnny. So apparently, if we talk about you on this show and compliment you and involve you in our conversation, you win. Congratulations, Johnny.
Congrats, Johnny. That is awesome. Cupcakes for everyone.
Me and Johnny, Johnny's a good guy. He's a Bostonian. Doesn't make him bad. He's a good guy.
I love Boston. I've never been there.
Ryan's a Steelers fan too. You ruined Ryan.
Ruining Ryan. That's the movie I'm writing right now. Ruining Ryan.
Oh, speaking of what's that called? Alliterations, when you do the double letters. Is that what it is? There is a new segment on the podcast tomorrow. I'm not going to tell you what it's about. I'm just going to tell you that it's called Manu's Marvel Movies. Just so you know, tomorrow's podcast will definitely be one of the most talked about for many reasons.
I love tomorrow's episode.
And don't judge me for what I say. Just remember, I'm a better person than I was yesterday, the day before, the day before, the day before. So.
We all know. Don't even worry.
700 billionaires in the world. Not one of these assholes has become Batman.
That's true.
So
That's
good.
True.
So good.
Timothy says that there was an active shooter dressed as Joker. I didn't know that. That's sad too.
Jesus.
Yeah. But there's 700 billion. No, that's not a lot. Yeah,
700 billionaires. Yeah, not 700 billion billionaires.
Right. Oh no,
because that means we're all fucking billionaires.
Exactly. Joe, thank you so much. I've been loving the podcast, you guys. It's amazing.
Can I ask a personal favor of our friends about the podcast?
Yeah.
Throw a review on there if you can.
Please.
You either get the star review on Spotify or Apple has real reviews, but it definitely, from what I understand, it helps kind of like interacting with a YouTube video. It pushes out the content to people that aren't subscribed. So I'm smelling some iconic listening. Trip, I really hope you like it. I think you're going to like tomorrow's episode, and anybody that knows either one of us is going to like it because there's a lot of background. It's a lot of background.
Yeah, it's just a fun one. It felt really good when it happened, and just happy about it.
Dave liked you liked the video. Yeah, Scott. So
nice.
Hey, have a good night, T-Bear. Yeah, I had my Scotland video dropped today, and the Scotland video dropped today, and it's all takes place in Edinburgh, and it's in a store called Deadhead Comics, and the guy let me go digging around in his basement looking through all these boxes of comics, and like it was a dark, like Manu, you wouldn't have touched that room with like a virtual reality headset. You would have thrown the virtual reality headset on the ground and be like, I'm not even going in there, even though I'm not there, you know?
Yeah.
It's like spiders everywhere, and it's just dusty. And Armando, there's so many billionaires. There's like 10 billionaires in Saudi Arabia alone, at least, if not more.
No, we do not know the actual amount of billionaires in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
There's so much money in Saudi Arabia that if you just consider each family member a billionaire, there are hundreds just in an association with, with one group of people. Like it's kind of a big secret sort of thing.
I was going to address
the podcast drop.
So the podcast I usually schedule it for 3:30 in the morning our time.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird because I fucked up and I was going to drop it at 6. Yeah. No.
What?
Yeah. No, 3:30 in the morning our time. So that means 6:30 in the morning because I wanted it to drop for the morning commute. But I think Tyler's right. I think sometimes it just ends up dropping at midnight. I don't know why.
Oh, well, that's fine too.
Yeah.
There's no problem there. So that's cool. Mattis says, am I late? Mattis, first of all, hello, my friend. How are you?
Hey, buddy, you're 56 minutes late, but you're never late.
Exactly. You're on time. But I will tell you, we have given away some stuff. A Marvel Age 90.
Yeah. And
now belongs to Tej.
Tej's own.
Tej, who might become Tej's own.
And I gave away the Batman encyclopedia.
The Bat book. But there's more giveaways to come.
There are.
Get your PayPals ready because I would like to send somebody some eBay purchasing power.
I want to do a little preview in a second of some of the stuff I'm going to be giving away for the 2000th subscriber show, which you'll be a part of, and whoever else. Please. There'll be some people on there. Well, thank you, John. I appreciate it. You're one of the real. You're one of the real guys. You're real only because we hang out every week. So,
thank you.
Thank you, RMS. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Derek. That's weird. Tyler, it also might drop on Apple. It's really hard to know what's going on. All right. So let me do a little preview. Okay. I'm going to do this real quick. So that actually, I don't know if that's going to work better. All right. So here's one of the coolest things. And thank you, Jason, for facilitating me getting these. This is all giveaways for the 2000 subscriber show, which may happen in the next couple weeks. This is a Joe Jusko print signed by Jusko of Thanos. Yeah. Look how big it is.
That's sick.
Yeah. So I'm going to be giving that away. And then I'm going to be giving away some good old Carl. No, you go over there. Some good old Carl Barks, an Uncle Scrooge, The Cave of Alibaba. This is one of the Fantagraphics Carl Barks books, which is, if you've never read Uncle Scrooge, it's some of the easiest, most enjoyable comics to read.
I love Uncle Scrooge, and that's amazing.
Yeah. And then going to be giving this away.
That's a slab.
Yeah, an old slab, an Avengers 200 signed by the late, great George Perez. It's an 8.5, but it's signed.
It's very nice, my friend. That is very nice.
And then probably going to give away a couple of these Dark Ones, baby.
Everybody can retire now.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. So is that more expensive than Dark Hawk, or is Dark Hawk the more expensive book? Why did he do that?
Myself out of my own stream.
I said nothing for 5 seconds. I was like, wait, what part of the joke is this?
I didn't mean to do that. Dark Hawk is more expensive, but I heard about your podcast through the Absolute Game of Nerds channel. Colossus,
Rohan,
thank you so much.
Thank you.
And Rohan, thank you too for giving Manu like 15 minutes to talk about that podcast while you guys were just like, yes, I like hearing about this.
You're the best. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, can I put that? Can we put Colossus's comment back on real quick, please?
Sure.
I wanted to read the second half. It said, I heard about your podcast through the Absolute Game of Nerds. Awesome. And everybody subscribe to that channel. Please, they interview everybody. Their interviews are amazing. And then found this channel through Big B McFly's shout out. And, oh, sweet.
Yeah, Big B did a shout out, and Big B's been on my channel before. He was in one of the intro gags because he came to my house because he's an Oregonian.
Dave, so talking about stuff does make people hear about it.
It does,
What the
especially when it's two people that are like us.
Dang.
Some people are like, I've got a thing. Could you click a thing? And we're like, wait, what'd you say? Thank you, Jason. The Colossus Collector. This is a Joe Jusko print, the famous legendary artist behind multiple amazing comics, but also card sets.
That's who New Yorker is. He said, I think I mentioned it on Maddie's sale this week, but he always hears it came from a newsstand. I saw that comment.
I saw that too. Yeah, I saw that
awesome.
too.
Thank you, man. That's dope.
Yeah, came from it. Well, originally when I told you the name of what I came up, and I was like, here's my idea for the name for the podcast. I'm like, we could also call it came from a newsstand, but then it just kind of doesn't make sense unless you know who you are.
It's not balanced either that way. I love it, but it's like, oh, Dave's not in this one.
Yeah. But I like that we called this segment Manu's Marvel Movies. Turok hype. Yeah.
Pump that stuff, bro.
Bye, Derek. I love you. Oh, that's when I left by accident. You know what happened?
Yeah.
I went to use the touchpad, this thing, to do something, and if you swipe all the way left, it just goes back. It just kicks you right out of everything you're doing.
Yeah, I thought but I was frozen.
You were like Garth. Yeah, you were like Garth when Wayne was hey.
That's what happened. That is exactly what happened. Wait.
So Mattis is working on a new startup.
I'm just starting school, and I've been working on a little startup with a buddy of mine. I still make time for the live Dave shows, though. Thank you, Mattis. Thank you very much. And I would love to hear a little bit about the startup. We can do that another time. And best of luck. I love entrepreneurial endeavors. Best of luck.
Turok number 1 is a personal grail. It's too far out of your price range. Remember we were doing research to see how many 9.9s of that exist? And
I was just about to bring it up. I'd take a 9.9. That'd be awesome.
Oh,
there was
for
a
sure.
lot, right?
Yeah, there was not a fuck ton, but there was a bunch.
30 or something. I don't remember. It was that kind of number. Some shit.
But So is there anybody out there? Hello. Is there anybody in there? Is there anybody out there that would has any feedback or input or anything about the podcast? We're not there yet to really take suggestions and put them into, but you plant some seeds if there's something you'd like to hear us talk about, and it might sit there and then one day just come right out.
Yeah, and if anything like that, you could plant some seeds. You could throw a question at us. If it's like a super compelling question or something we're kind of scared to answer, the podcast is where we'll answer it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I fixed that. It was my own fault what was going on with the microphone the other night. But this is the good microphone.
What a sweet comment from Ryan. He said, he's got some feedback. He said it needs to be longer. That's what she said. Oh, I missed that. Yeah, that was good. Nice catch. Catch.
The suggested length for a podcast is between 45 and 75 minutes. We're definitely, there's never been a point where we've said we have to stop talking because it's getting too long. It's usually when if it's long and we get to the end of what we're talking about, that's when we close it out. Because we had our second or third episode was like an hour and 30 minutes, I think.
Yeah, and it's like we're experimenting, we're thinking about this, and I just have this, I get sad thinking that, oh man, some people might not make it to the hour and 25-minute mark, right? And sometimes I really love the end of our episodes, So we're just trying to figure out what that sweet spot is. He says 75, please. So 75 is
75.
What, an hour
I mean, hour and 15, which I think would naturally come to it. It just depends on what we're talking about, And I'm okay ending the segment like what you guys have been reading from the newsstand or some shit. I mean, we could end the segment and say, did you buy anything from the newsstand? And if you actually bought some really cool newsstand book, you could talk about it.
You picked up a really cool newsstand in England.
That's right. That's right. I still have a couple of them.
Newsstand.
Yeah.
What, for real? Are you keeping them for yourself, or people want to snatch them up?
I sold one the other day. I still have 2 or 3. I'm going to keep at least one. I may grade. I don't think there's any on the census, so I should probably try and get a 9.8 out of one of them. Well, I agree with Ryan. Always leaves me wanting more and excited for the next episode. Yeah, and that's the thing. That's the thing.
Great.
We haven't reached a point where like we're worried about content or anything like that. But I'm just interested to hear, like, if anybody out there listens to podcasts. I almost just said eats podcasts. Anybody out there listens to podcasts, I just like hearing other people's experiences with them. Interglobal just got a Batman 900 on the red foil cover from BTC. It came back a 9.9, but if you see it, doesn't even qualify as a 7.5. Jesus.
What in the world? Is the gunk actually on the book, or is it on the inner encapsulation? Because those always.
No, he said, I guess BTC is a company, so he got it raw from them. And then it went to CGC. Yeah. So when he says it, I guess it's on the cover, because otherwise
BTC is big time collectibles. And dude, I'm gonna tell you, I had an argument with higher up at CGC about something they did with big time collectibles about a year ago. And me and that person no longer have a relationship, because even though they accepted that I was completely right, they got so irritated that I kept beating them up about it. They were like, bro, like, you're not even, like, stop. Like, we're working on it. We're trying. It's like, all you got to do is not fuck it up. Like, that's it. There's not a try. Don't do it if it's stupid, And that person hates me now.
They get away with so much shit because they don't do what they're supposed to. It's not the grades that they come back. It's what they don't do what they're supposed to. It was on the cover. Strictly listen to podcast all day because I drive for work. So yeah, make your 75 minutes.
Awesome.
I don't know if it's the place, but I was thinking about maybe when I have more interviews under my belt for my channel, for this channel, of like converting them to podcasts. Dave embarrassing Manu is always, oh yeah. I mean,
I never know how to respond. Like,
here's a little inside baseball. Manu, tell them what 3 words that I said in one sentence that you made me cut out of tomorrow's episode.
What the? Okay, fine. Now I'm gonna be on screen. He said,
"I'll say it
with horses." He kept saying "sex with horses." Okay, and I was like, Dave, fuck, what up? It's a beautiful fucking episode. Can we not, please? And then he took it out and put it in a different place. And he's like, "Can I?" I was like, "No, Dave. Damn it, no."
Amber's in the house. What's up, Amber? I mean, here's the thing, and I teased Manu about this, which I told him I'd never use it against him, but I teased Manu about the fact that I'm the editor of the podcast, so I can just do whatever. Like, I can take things that are in one part of the episode and cleanly move them to another part of the episode that makes it just so ridiculous. But at some point,
too much power. Dave
too much power.
Too much power. Okay.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I mean, well, the thing is there's nobody on the YouTube channel here to tell me I can't do something like that. So, but it's one of those things. It's just like I think anybody that can imagine what it's like to spend 6 to 8 hours editing a video, a YouTube video or a podcast, you got to find ways to like entertain yourself. So I'll just literally, Manu doesn't ever hear any of this stuff, but I'll like make an extra like 5-minute clip of just all these weird like sentences and then cut them all together. And then every once in a while, I'll just send a video to Manu of what I've done.
They're so fucking funny. Like Dave's got comedic timing down. Like, we know this, right? And so when he's like editing and listening, he's hearing what these things could be, and he puts together these mashups. And I'm actually very happy that he sends them to me because they're enjoyable. I'm glad they're not available publicly. Oh, fuck me, they're funny as shit. What was I about to respond to? Damn it, I forgot. Oh, RMS said he loved the Robert Downey Jr. clip I posted.
Oh, yeah.
And he said, wish we could share it on the live.
We could share it.
That possible?
Yeah. Give me one sec. I want to get to Aaron's comment.
Yes.
Aaron had a podcast with 3 friends 10 years ago, got sponsored by Graphic Audio after meeting with them, ahead of them at New York City Comic-Con 2 months later. Everyone wanted to stop doing it. Well, I'll tell you this. luckily it's two of us. Second of all, Manu ain't gonna ever meet with fucking anybody at a New York Comic Con. It'll be me and then like FaceTiming Manu. But I don't.
No, please.
Oh, I don't foresee us getting a sponsor yet, but I foresee us in the future with Mr. Go Getter at the helm, getting us like the right sponsor if we ever get one.
It has to be to be. They got to become a team member. We're not going to just start shilling some bullshit because they're giving us some money, or shill. I don't know if that's the right word. And the other thing that I'll talk about here is like Dave and I have this this truth telling way of like talking to each other when we get something. We had one of those today. I hit Dave about something. He was like, I don't fucking want to do that. And then he called me. And then I was like, fine, fuck it. Don't do it then. And then by the end, we're like, actually, you're right. It's fucking excellent as it is. Love you. See you later. But it's because we're both moody, you know.
We are.
And we knew that about each other from the beginning. And there's no one person's mood is going to like outmood the other. We have to let each other be moody with one another, get it off our chest. And then we have like a logical, reasonable conversation. That's kind of the flow of it. I think we have a really good understanding of that. Like, let someone get their irritation out and then be like, okay, but do we really have to change that? No, I guess we don't.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean,
but if it's anything serious, we do it.
There's a piece of tomorrow's episode, which I talked about that involves me and something I did when I was younger. Moral, questionably,
sure,
you know, whatever. And I'm leaving it in the podcast because I'm not worried that I'm going to like lose any business from it or anybody's going to look at me in a different way. I think if anything, y'all will just be like, damn, that was smooth. And you know, but anyway, let me see if I can pull this up real quick, Manu. Tell the people something.
Well, anyway, this clip that's coming up is just hilarious. Like it's something that I saw floating around the internet. It's like Robert Downey Jr. stepped out of the trading floor of old school Wall Street. And he had some choice words, and it was just it was delivered so smoothly, so descriptive. And when I heard it, it just immediately reminded me of a bunch of shit that I had been encountering lately. And you could apply it to anything. You know, a lot of friends commented and said this feels like, you know, people that sell like modern variant covers. You could apply it to anybody that's hyping up a bunch of shit without it having any merit to like deserve the hype. And I just think it's a brilliant clip. And I hope more people use it because it's hella fucking funny to me. And it's Iron Man, so that's fantastic.
Yeah. All right. Let's get it up on screen here. Oh, no.
I want to know what Ryan's talking about. Ryan said, quick edit needed. Take the audio of Manu saying on YouTube and get it on the podcast. What? What clip of me saying on YouTube?
Just you saying sex with horses just now.
Oh, stop it. Damn it.
Yeah, no. I said sex with horses. It's me, the sex with horses guy.
That's the 8th time it's been said. Oh, yeah, play the funny stuff.
All right, let me just hit reload so that it.
Group of money-hungry, low IQ, high energy, jackrabbit, fucking wannabe, big time, small time, shit talking, bothersome, irritating bunch of motherfuckers I have ever had to endure for more than 5 minutes.
So good. It's so good.
It's so good, man. It sums up a lot. It's just so good. It's like those are the things that I would want to say, but then I won't say it. I'm glad that you said it for me.
I'll say them.
Okay.
I'll say it. I mean, that's the other problem with the podcast is like there has to be some version of me that has like not a volume switch, but like a content level where it's like I can't be a 10 all the time because I also don't want to force everybody to be listening to me going like, fuck this guy, fuck that guy, fuck the influencers. Like, cause you know, I love comedic negativity. And of course, as a human, I can be negative because that's just part of being a human. But if I were to create something that was all negative, I think I would really dislike putting it out there. You know? Filter. Yeah, filter.
Like a filter. And Criterion says, was Robert Downey Jr. talking about whatnot? Exactly. It's so applicable to those sorts of scenarios. Anytime that there's somebody hooting and hollering about some shit that doesn't have any reason to be hooting and hollered about, this applies, you know? And so I think it's hilarious. Now, here's a thing that I've been grappling with. I've never ever said that in my life, but this is interesting because what you said is spot on, right? Like, comedic negativity, criticism for the sake of, expression.
Yeah.
And plus we're cynical,
Yeah.
Like cynicism is hilarious and cynicism there's a lot of truth to it, right? I can't just walk around thinking everything's great if it's not. And then, but there's another ideology that I do hold on to, and I have to make sure I don't go too much in this one direction, and I'm going to get it wrong, but it's like small-minded people talk about people, something intelligent people talk about ideas, smart, this sort of thing, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
what a more heightened frequency of a level of operating, like what you would discuss. You wouldn't discuss people. You wouldn't just be talking shit about people, right? And I thought about that. I was like, well, I don't want to be confused for someone that's small-minded and unintelligent, just criticizing what other people are doing. So I'm like, all right, I'll pull back a little bit. But my ideas have already been put out there. Like if I have an opinion about something, I'll voice it, but I ain't got to beat it to death. Like it's been said, it's been done. Because I definitely don't want to get mixed up with a simple-minded person that doesn't have anything better to talk about than what other people are doing. Because that is certainly not the case.
It's boring.
And so, yeah, it is boring, right? But you got to get certain things off your chest and then move on. Wish everyone well and move on. And
Timothy pointed out that was when he was talking about scoring coke in the bathroom from some stockbrokers, which is, Downey's such a great story because
that's really what he was.
It wouldn't surprise me if that's what it was all about. I mean, I know that he was talking about the stock market, but
yeah,
Downey Jr.'s story is so amazing. Like I don't want to go into it. I will go into it a little bit, but I think we should totally save a piece of this for the podcast. Downey Jr. is like the perfect example of somebody who fucked up so badly personally, and like look at where he is now. Like Robert Downey Jr.'s.
That's what Timothy said in his message to me. Yes,
arguably one of the most recognizable and respected people, period. Or in the entertainment industry, and people forget, like, he was arrested a bunch of times. He was basically, Hollywood had just washed their hands of him. He'd gone to rehab a bunch, and fucking believe it or not, here's the worst part about it, because I can't really say that I appreciate this person for some of the stuff they did, but it's one of the reasons why I always say people, for most circumstances, I'm not talking about rape and murder, but for most circumstances, people deserve a second chance, because you know who gave him a fucking second chance? It was Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson saw what was going on with Downey Jr. He gave his name to what's his name? Shane Black. Shane Black had written and directed Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, and that was the script that was floating around, this great comedic noir movie. And Mel Gibson and Shane Black wrote Lethal Weapon, so they had this working relationship. And Mel Gibson was like, look, you got to give Downey Jr. a shot, put him in this movie. And he fucking put him in the movie, and that was it. He got that movie. Marvel saw Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. They put out an insurance policy, but they took the chance on Downey Jr. for Iron Man. And like, once he signed up for Iron Man, and Favreau talks about this story, once he signed up for Iron Man, everybody else signed up. Gwyneth Paltrow signed up. Jeff Bridges signed up. Like Downey Jr. signing for that movie signed everybody else up. But it's like, it just goes to show that like everybody does deserve a second chance, even if they've done some shitty fucking things. And like I said, there's extenuating circumstances. I'm not talking about physical, but like he was just a self-destructive person, and he was a celebrity. So millions of people every day go through the same thing. We don't hear about that because they're not in the limelight, but it's just, and who doesn't love Robert Downey Jr.?
Yeah, he's awesome. Yeah, he's a cool dude.
So
he's a cool dude.
I didn't see it. I didn't see the documentary yet, but it's been on my list to watch. Oh, that's right. Timothy Oliphant was Elephant. Oliphant. I heard him say his name the other day, and he corrected. He said he's been everybody's been saying it wrong for 15 years.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Who's the Elephant? I want to see who would have been Iron Man. Let me see.
He's Justified. He's plays Raylan Givens on Justified. He's like one of the most attractive looking human beings on the planet. He's like one of those dudes that like we all want to be him, or like everybody either wants to be with him or be him.
Sure. I definitely know him. I don't remember what I've seen with him in it. Oh, he was in Scream too? Interesting.
Yeah, he was in Scream 2. That was kind of the first movie that
he was.
Put him on the kind of put him on the people's minds or whatever. What's up, David?
Yeah.
Iconic in the house. But so when I look at
Yo, my man, what's up? What's up?
so when I look at stuff like that, like people who fucked up and it's just you see people get demonized for drug use and alcohol use, and it's like, yeah, but give them a chance. They might actually be able to turn their lives around. So that's right. That's right. You want to do another give?
Do I have permission to just give $25 to somebody?
I don't give a shit. It's your money.
Okay, guys, the rules are simple. It's only $25. We ain't got to get crazy. So it's #25. Is the thing.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, so #25 spelled out, then written backwards. No, but that'd be funny. No, just #25. And but honestly, like, let's just do it for fun. But you got to have your PayPal ready and DM me your PayPal now, because I'm going to send you the money now. We're just going to get this whole thing done now. But let's do #25. And that is not just to send money to people. That's eBay comic book buying money. Okay, eBay.
You got to buy a comic. You got to buy a comic.
Andy wins. Andy wrote 25 and then 52 backwards. He got it. He got it. He understood the assignment.
No, we're doing just #25.
Yeah. #2. Why did I enter? Just because. Now let me load up some PayPal up here. Oh, actually, I'll do it from my phone.
And you know what? Like, we've got 35 people in here, and let's just have I would say gentlemen's, but we've got Amber in here, and we might have some other females. So let's just make a pact as humans. If you're entering this for the $25 of eBay bucks, go ahead. Make sure you're following me on YouTube, but also follow It Came From the Newsstand on Instagram. Please.
It just please, just out of a kindness, right? Just like, it feels good. Captain Crockpot.
Hey, what's up, Crack Pat?
Diorama Rama's with us, Stuart.
Diorama Rama.
Juan, hey, Juan, did you get your book? It was you. It was the Wolverine. You let me know. I get things confused. Pep Killer, what's up? Sorry.
Amber, I definitely will check it out. I mean, every time I see it on Netflix, I want to watch it, but I'm like, man, I have to be emotionally prepared, because I know it's going to be, a little bit emotional.
Patron of Comic Arts just followed the Instagram page for the podcast. Thank you.
That's homie Jason. Jason's good people. Jason's one of those people that when we first started talking on Instagram, we were talking about original art, and I hadn't dipped my toes back into it. I hadn't bought anything, and he's like, "Oh, you should." Oh,
sorry, no, carry on. I apologize.
You should look at this, and you should look at this, and he gave me some really good advice. And now I can't stop buying original art. So,
Doom Card also just followed, so thank you, Jesus, much appreciated,
my dude.
So this is screwed up because it says if I log in, it's got to send a code to this phone. This phone's this phone. But I'm gonna figure it out.
Yeah, you figure it out, Daddy. What? Look, we've got 24 entries for 25. I think I should run it when we've got 25 entries for 25.
No, let it keep going.
I was just trying to get people to enter,
Oh yeah. We're gonna run it. We're gonna 5 seconds.
We're gonna run them jewels fast. Run them jewels fast. Fuck the slow-mo.
Armando, thank you, man. I love you guys.
Do you listen to them, by the way? Are you a fan of Run the Jewels? No. Dude, you would like them. You would like them.
You think so? I haven't heard. I knew Killer Mike's one of them, right?
Yeah, it's Killer Mike and LP.
I never listened to them as a unit before.
You would like them because they're definitely better as the sum. Like the sum is definitely better than the parts, and I think they're the most refreshing hip hop group in 2 decades.
Okay, I mean that's all right.
Like, because when you think about it, right? Like, what would be the last hip hop group that you would say really was like changing things and like revolutionary and like refreshing
group?
Yeah, because there's a special thing when it comes to hip hop groups. Like
Destructive Collectors, thank you.
You could be an MC and fucking be amazing, but to be a group, like when you think about how special a rap group is, Tribe, Wu-Tang, EPMD, like that's special.
Sorry. Yes. Ryan said, can I use the $25 to lowball offer Dave during the stream? Would love to be the topic on the pod. If you don't do that, Ryan, I'm going to be upset, man. Wait for a $90 book and say, I'm using my $25 here.
Yeah.
I would love it. So I'm going to, oh shit. Am I here?
Yes, you're here. Unless you don't want to be.
No. I want to, and I might disappear for a second, but I'll be back. I'm trying to figure something out.
You
Oh, I
guys are
got
the
it. It
best.
worked.
You guys are the best.
It
Apparently,
worked.
there's 14 people that just don't want money. It's okay. Now, you know what it is, Tyler? I realize that some people just want to be anonymous while they're watching this, and then they want to be like, those guys are giving away money to try and get follows. And I'm like, I talk like this from now on. Welcome to the West Coast Avengers, your podcast about comic books.
And
You-
right. And also, I think certain people, they just like, they want the odds to be better for other people.
May the odds ever be in your favor. Katniss
Right.
Everpeen.
Yeah.
Do you know
No, I
hip-hop-
don't know anything that you've just said, to be honest. No.
the hip
But I am logged into
hoppopotamus?
PayPal, so that makes me happy.
The Shadow Legion of the Davengerites.
All
It
right,
goes
let's
to
put
my
that
Silver
over
Surfer
there.
One fund if you win. There you go. That's a great way to spend some money on a Silver Surfer One. That's one of the only Surfer books that I still need. Actually, it is the only Surfer book I still need.
Amber wins. Amber wins everything for the night. She said,
New Kids on the
greatest
Block
rap group.
suck. We used
I
to
can't
sing
think
that
of
when
a
we were kids.
single modern group, but there are artists that I think are refreshing. You know, there are
Sure.
artists that I really enjoy, but I can't think of a group.
You know who's coming to Seattle who I might have to go see? Dell.
Oh,
Del
the funky Homo sapien.
Yeah.
The funky Homo sapien.
Yeah, I've never seen him live before, and I love him. Oh,
I mean,
look,
I
it
have a huge-
is. Teaches
I feel like a new chapter has begun, and it's a great one. And it's starting with the energy and the joy of everything happening this evening. And thank you for letting us be a part of that transition, my friend. That's incredible. Destructive Collector, thank you for the follow. You're the best. And I hope you did hashtag 25. It's just eBay money. He
said he was just lurking, which means he wasn't. I don't know Migos. I know who they are. I don't know them though.
Well, tragically, one of them did pass away not too long ago, and that was just unfortunate. But Migos is obviously an incredibly huge group. I wouldn't call them. I don't. They're not refreshing to me. There are some jams. There's some grooves. There's some great songs that you're gonna, bop and bounce to them and stuff like that. But it's not necessarily the lane that I listen to all of the time. But yeah, Migos is definitely huge. Changed a lot in the world of rap and hip hop.
Speaking of rap groups, Eddie Vedder is not one, but no, I didn't get tickets. So if you have an extra, I would love to go see Eddie at Benaroya Hall. Do you know who Eddie Vedder is, Manu?
I don't.
Oh, fuck's sake. Get out of here.
I know. I'm sorry.
You know what? No. Just kidding. Just kidding. Anyway, all right, here we go. Let's run it. You ready?
Oh, I blinked. Damn it. Yes, let's run it. Good luck, everybody. Good luck.
Run them jewels fast. Run them jewels fast in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That was, well, whatever. Here we go.
Why are they all highlighted? Where the hell is your mouse doing?
I don't know.
What is that? This is fake.
Laser brain, Matt.
All
yeah,
right.
Matt. Congratulations, Matt. Wait,
Matt,
does it count if Matt spends it at my claim sales? Ooh.
It's his money. He can do whatever he wants. I know. To buy books with it.
I know.
But Matt, DM me your PayPal, and we're gonna send you some buying bucks.
Yeah. Now you have to change it on IG and it'll be official. Favorite song ever? Go. That's not possible. I love you, David.
What
but
was this? Oh, what?
Yeah, he said favorite song ever. Go. Oh, he's saying go. I'm not sure actually. Yeah, I'm pretty old school. Just trying to think of stuff newer. Same. I didn't either. Yeah, man. It was tough. I should be able to get a ticket at some point, but I'm not gonna put too much faith into it.
All right. Asked what this giveaway was for. This was for
$25. Laser brain. Woohoo. Ryan's gonna have to use his own money to lowball me. Hey Ryan, I have an ASM 252.92 newsstand that nobody bought at $195. The last comp was like
that's not the last dollars I'm giving away tonight. So Laser Brain just DM'd. All right, let's get
Laser Brain.
This is so we're doing this live. Cool. All right.
The file rises.
Let's go to
Laserbrain can now afford to
PayPal.
be Batman.
That's right. You've become the 701st billionaire. And all you needed was $25 to tip over that. So there you go.
Ryan just offered me $25 for that slab, and you know what I say? Eat a dick.
Gosh.
What?
All right, hold on.
All right, let's record a new podcast episode called "Ryan McKenna Lowballed Me."
That's a segment and a half.
You know what's funny though? Even if we don't record and I don't mention that on the podcast, we should name an episode "Ryan McKenna Lowballed Me."
I want to do that. I want to do that. My friend, it is sent. Just confirm for us that you've received it, and thanks for participating.
So I want to tell everybody something kind of. Oh wait, hold on.
He says, "Got it. Awesome, cool, man. Thank you."
And we give it back, and I give it back to you, the people. Horse. So something funny for all of my pop punk emo loving friends that in the 2000s we were listening to Brand New and Taking Back Sunday and Glassjaw, all that stuff. I was explaining to Manu my thought process with the titles of our episodes. And I always think that I go back to that era of music, and even some hip hop artists would do it where they the song title would not reflect anything about the song.
Oh, right.
It would just be some abstract sentence. There's a song on the second album, Brand New first album, called Jude Law and a Semester Abroad. It has nothing to do with the fucking album or the song.
Totally how you would title an episode.
Of course, because when you think about it, it's like what's more interesting, something that's straight and matter of fact as to what the content is, or something that keeps you guessing what, you look at the title and you're like, what the fuck is this episode about? Right. From the title, and sometimes it's straight on the money, like tomorrow's episode, The Kids Got Hustle. But then last week's episode,
New Yorker, I would because they do hip hop. Yeah. I mean, and other things, but yeah.
What was last week's episode? The Scottish Ballad of Billy Joel.
You have to ballad.
The Scottish legacy of Billy Joel. You have to listen to the episode to know what it's about. So
right, absolutely.
It could be an episode about people really pissing you off. Oh, he's rich.
Yeah, exactly. 701 billionaires. A new one has been born.
Yeah. Ghostman on third. In 2000, David was listening to The Chronic 2001 and probably smoking. I would not count Linkin Park as hip hop. No, I would say they are own. They're their own genre. But Collision Course. Where's my fuck? I ordered a Frappuccino. Where's my fucking Frappuccino? That's the album they did with Jay-Z that sold 8 million copies.
Oh, that's what it was called?
It was called Collision Course.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
And if I remember correctly, that was just the blueprint mashed up with Linkin Park, right? Or was it?
They recorded it. They did, but yeah, that's pretty much what it was.
Right. The songs were
a
while, but yeah.
So, I mean,
What about that one guy? What do you think about Give Me That Nook Cookie, the red hat backwards guy?
I love Fred Durst. I fucking love Fred Durst.
Is that hip hop or not?
No, that was new metal. That was all part of the new metal genre.
Out your damn mind.
I mean, he was
so hip hop.
Well, he was influenced by hip hop, but it was metal.
Right.
Yeah, they were. I mean, I loved that the early 2000s. I was listening to Korn, Linkin Park, Limp Bizkit, fucking Disturbed, all that stuff, and I was still listening to the stuff that I grew up listening to. The Seattle stuff, but never have I ever smoked weed.
Oh shit! I have a Seattle story. Because mention of the Chronic 2001, I have a story about the original Chronic Dr. Dre album. I have an older cousin named Jesse, and they've lived in Oregon. They lived in Seattle and stuff like that. And I used to visit them and spend a month at a time with them, so on and so forth. And the older cousin, I'm talking 8-9 years older. You super look up to him, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is the era of those the rabbit and the Tasmanian devil. What were the characters? You know, but
Yeah, it
those
was.
shirts.
Yeah, there were the two of them with the caps.
They're
Was
dressed like crisscross. They got
crisscross.
the, you
Yeah,
know, so on and so
the
forth.
hoodie
That
on,
era,
and yeah.
yeah. And he used to play basketball at the park, and I was the little kid that wanted to be cool and hang out. And I remember he had the Chronic album, like the original Chronic album. He had like a boombox, and that was my first time listening to the Chronic album.
Such a killer fucking album.
Yeah.
Such a killer album.
Man.
That was like another scene was like when he released that, and then
Rohan tells me it's not hip hop, so
it's hip hop influence. But I came into this world as a reject to look into these eyes, and then you see the size of the flames. It's dwell on my past. It's burn on my brain.
He's rapping.
Yeah, everyone I know has to learn from the pain. Hey, I think about the day when my girlie ran away with my pay and my fellas came to play. Now I'm stuck with the homies that she fucked, and I'm just a sucker with a lump in my throat. Hey, like a chump, like a chump, like a chump, like a chump. Should I be feeling bad? Should I be feeling good? I don't know. I'm a laughing stock of the neighborhood. You'd be thinking I'd be moving on, but I'm a sucker, like I said, fucked up in the head, not. And maybe she would. Anyway, that's just me.
Wow, right there. Nice.
Yeah. A best hip hop album of all time, The Chronic. I mean, it's like Mount Rushmore on hip hop.
It's on the list. I mean, in terms of production, in terms of everything, like it's on that list.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Oh, Bugs Bunny. That's the rabbit's name. Yeah. What the hell? Of course. I just forget things. They've got bars, man.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Jurassic 5.
God. You know what's so funny? Aaron just kind of doesn't know what he is going to hear tomorrow.
In the episode.
Yeah. Jurassic 5.
I about that. I was like, oh yeah.
Jurassic 5 was great. I gravitated towards Tribe big time. Really, like because I think my brother was really into Tribe, and when I first heard Scenario, I was like, holy shit. And then you hear Busta Rhymes in that song, in that track, and it's like that dude was on another planet.
Yeah, Busta was crazy. See, when a lot of that music was happening, like we talked about, there's a lot of like incredible lyricism that was going on, but the energy that I was kind of in, I gotta turn that off. But the energy that I was in some hustling stuff, speaking of, right?
Yeah.
And so I was listening to a lot of, I was listening to early Jay-Z, Reasonable Doubt from 1996 is in the top of the short list of my favorite albums, just because of sort of the ideologies that were discussed there and the way that it sort of motivated me. There's an artist out of New York called AZ, what a coincidence, Jay-Z and AZ. And AZ's, and it was incredible. I was listening to a lot of Nas. I was listening to a lot of East Coast hip hop, and a lot of people know that. They say that often.
That is the farthest thing for me. I was never a Fish guy. I've seen Dave a bunch of times, but nah, not a Fish guy. My brother saw them a bunch of times in Europe and did a bunch of acid, but
Big L, Derek, come on, you know exactly what I'm talking about, man.
You know what's funny? Funny story. I met LL Cool J when I was like 8 years old. He was picking up some girl like he was dating at the grocery store in my town because he's originally from Long Island. And I was with my mom because I was like 7 or 8 years old. And it was after, must have been after Mama Said Knock You Out came out. And she used to have these little like notepads in her pocketbook, like stenciled notepads. And I got his autograph on the notepad and I still fucking have it. It's like,
I love that.
Yeah, he was larger than, he was one of those guys that was kind of larger than life in my eyes, because he was a big dude, but the way he carried himself during the 90s, with Mama Said Knock You Out and going back to Cali and going back to Brooklyn and Cali and Round the Way. Like he was one of those dudes. I was just like,
so many songs.
Yeah, and so charismatic, and he still is. I mean, he still is. And then
we talked about this. I used to roll up one of my legs, not my legs, but one of my jeans.
Yeah.
Because he started the one leg.
Yeah, he did.
At least he's how we saw it publicly. Who knows what community or neighborhood it actually started in? You know how trends start with the kids somewhere.
Yeah,
and then somebody puts it on a screen.
Like a backwards red hat.
Like a backwards red hat. And I love my red hats. Yeah. Iconic says, I like the old Kanye. And he's got it in quotes because I think that's actually a line. Like, the old Kanye, But, man, Kanye to me is one of the greatest artists, writers, so many things, producers, so on and so forth. any of the more recent music, it never really entered my brain space because I didn't listen to it. Sonically, it wasn't for me. But the older songs that I grew up loving and appreciated while they were happening in real time, it's still some of my favorite music ever.
I have this thing that I like to say about Kanye, and it's when he first came
New
on the
era
scene,
5950s.
when he first came on the scene as a producer, and it was all about his first album where his jaw was wired shut from the car accident.
Through the wire.
Yeah, they should have fucking left his jaw wired shut. Fucking anti-Semitic piece of shit. Anyway,
I can't say anything.
No, you can't. I mean, you can't because he is. His talent has nothing to do with him being a piece of shit. But
life throwing him around a little bit. I don't know.
I don't feel bad for people with that kind of money. I don't. I never will.
Yeah, we don't have to talk because
we don't.
Because we've talked about him before, you and I. And like what you're saying, I can't argue that. I can't defend it either, right? And then I kind of ignore that part, and I'm just like, oh,
well, and that's
what are you doing?
Look, that's the thing. It's like when he was releasing music when he was younger, he wasn't this public figure. He was just this really talented hip hop producer and rapper. So it's like you can look at that and just be like, that's that. I mean, they're musicians. They're also humans, and they can be pieces of shit. And he's had every shot to walk back the things that he said, and every time he's just walked forward with it. So
he's deeply sad. And he's deeply unhappy, and it's so apparent, and it just, that's the part that I'm just like, dang, man.
Yeah.
Manu
let's rope it back in.
Yeah. 2000s Busta and Missy, I definitely remember.
Dude, it's funny we talk about. It's interesting how like we think about, and we can even loop this into comics pretty easily. We talk about like when we were experiencing the early 2000s, like things were so weird, and like we were shifting out of the 90s, but with comics, things were getting even weirder. Like early 2000s comics are so fucking weird. There's just so much weirdness. Yeah, there's so much weirdness that was going on in Marvel. But for my friends that like reading this stuff, go back and read some of the early, like the Marvel Knights. Everybody knows the Marvel Knights. If you read, the early Daredevil with Bendis and David Mack and Quesada, but shit was weird back then. Anyway.
Shit was weird. I want to answer Armando's question. He said, Manu, do you leave the stickers on your hat or take them off? Now, first of all, I wear dad caps now. I do have new era 5950s. I love gray bottoms, so on and so forth. The person I am now, I removed the stickers, but there is one sticker that I may keep on, and there's always only one. In terms of the large round one on the top of the brim, right? That would be like here. That one I take off. This is usually the one that says 5950, so on and so forth. Sometimes it's black and gold. Nice top hat. But the one on the underside of the brim, that's usually that little hologram, that would be the MLB hologram. There's a chance I would keep that one on. Back in the day, I used to. Nowadays, I probably remove it. But if I did keep a sticker on, it would be the hologram MLB sticker, not any of the larger ones. Like, nah, wouldn't do that.
Yeah. Writing in the early 2000s issues was kind of crazy, but Marvel was doing stuff. Man, Marvel was doing stuff that they would never do again. Like there was so Manu, there was an issue of Punisher, and I don't know how the fuck nobody ever did this before, but in the early 2000s, there was an issue of Punisher. I forget what number it is, maybe 6, but Garth Ennis is the writer, and he's arguably the greatest Punisher writer of all time.
Okay.
And Frank Castle has this run-in with Wolverine, and they're fighting like the whole issue, and Punisher takes a fucking shotgun and blows Wolverine's face clean off. So for the next issue, it's just his skeleton. It's just the adamantium skeleton.
Oh, shit.
And Wolverine's running around. It's like the funniest looking thing ever, but I kind of love that shit. So
I didn't. Yeah, no. Hey, you know what? I was going through a short box just recently, my personal old one, and I was gonna take a picture and post it, but I got distracted. Do you remember that Gen 13 homage to Spider-Man 1 where the big buff guys like
John Cleary. Yeah, John Cleary did that one, I believe. Well, that first issue of Gen 13 has 13 variants, and it's the first ever sketch cover, blank sketch cover too.
I didn't know that. I didn't
Yeah.
know there was a Gen 13. I mean, I misplaced that information, but yeah, there were a ton of variants.
Well,
So
they
that
did the Janet Jackson
cover,
one. Yeah.
right? I
Yeah.
love the Rolling Stones Janet Jackson cover.
Yeah. It's still a very expensive and sought after issue. I think that 9.8 is extremely expensive. I
Is
think.
it?
I think it's somewhat expensive. Yeah. Yeah. Because I see people charging 60 to 70 to $80 for a raw. Armando, don't you don't have to buy it. I will. I'll pick out. I think I have 2 copies, but next time I see it, I'll just put your name on it. I'll ship it to you. You can have it. It's yours.
Dude, that's a J. Scott Campbell cover?
Yeah, I think almost all of them are Campbell covers except the Bisley, the Bisley, the John Cleary, and there's like 2 that aren't Campbell. But yeah, recommend listening to With Great Power, The Rise of Superhero Cinema by the Journal podcast. Interesting. Oh yeah, and the sale of Marvel in the 90s is such an interesting time. I'm going to probably hear a little bit about it when I talk to Bob Hall tomorrow. Even though he was out of Marvel, but I'm sure he knows a lot about it.
Bro, I'm about to buy one of these right now.
How much is there a 9.8?
There are. Let me look at I was looking at sold real quick. The CBCS one sold for a best offer under 225. So who knows, maybe 120, 150. I don't know.
Oh.
So there's a CGC 9.8 for 229, 0 bids, but that's a starting bid. There's a 499 best offer. I may shoot an offer there. There's a signed one for 733 or best offer. But I'd be happy with this book just raw. It just feels good to own it, you know?
Yeah, yeah. I rarely come across them, and when I do, they're hella expensive.
That's so cool. I'm gonna be happy to add this to the collection.
I don't wear hats, so I stopped really wearing hats a while ago just because I don't know.
Oh, he said, what? Y'all wear any team or stick to your team only? Let me tell you how much I don't stick to my team. First of all, I don't have a team.
You don't have a
I'm
team.
Sports guy.
Yeah.
And I've told Dave this. 2 of my favorite, my all-time favorite cap is a Yankee cap, right? Like it's just a navy blue Yankee cap with the gray brim, right? That's my favorite. And I've always had them, Air Force Ones and Yankee caps. Everyone's like, Manu, why do you think you're from New York? I don't know, because they thought I was from New York. I wasn't though. But I love that. And I used to also wear a Boston Red Sox hat, just the navy blue one with the red B. And when anyone would see me on 2 consecutive days, like one day I'd have a Yankee cap, the other day I'd have a Boston cap, they'd lose their mind.
Yeah.
You know? And I'd just be like, they're just hats I like, bro. I'm sorry.
You might be torn to shreds. John said, I saw a panel today from some Ultimate Universe comic where Red Skull has Petra Laskoff murder her husband to save her baby's life, then throws the baby out the window anyway. And that it's heavily implied that he lets his goons gang rape her all night. Yeah, man. The early 2000s, they were throwing anything at the wall because like Marvel was in this shitter. Marvel was in the dumps and they were just like, let's see what happens. But the thing is that Ultimate Universe brought us the MCU completely and then brought us fucking Miles. So Marvel offered Sony 15 heroes for $1 million each character. Sony declined the offer and just wanted Spider-Man. Yeah, that's why they ended up with Spider-Man.
I keep busy, friend.
Who else is bidding on eBay auctions while watching this? Well, apparently you and Manu are.
That's what we do.
Yeah,
that's what we do. And there's not and to me, that's like part of this whole thing. I love that. I love buying stuff while we're live and bidding on stuff while we're live. It's fun.
I was a big jersey wearer back in the day. So I actually, as a Mets fan, I owned a Noma jersey. Noma Garciaparra, you know, shortstop. Yeah. I don't know. That was a bad Boston accent. That's what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, that's right, Johnny, because you're a Bostonite. Oh, look, he's giving out shoes, everybody. Here we go.
No, this is a hat collection. These are this is like,
folks, he's giving out his hat collection.
You should do an interview with Joe, because
so,
I would love to talk to Quesada. Oh, sorry.
No. Talk. People are some of my favorite hats.
Yeah, let's see them.
Well, I don't know. So I just want to say, this is not like hats I wear. These are just hats that I've kept, and I like put tape over these so no dust would come in. So I have no idea what's in these, right? Because I just grabbed 3. There's like 15 boxes. So let's see which ones come out of here. Oh, there's a red Yankee. We talked about the red hats, right?
Oh, yeah, did it all for the Nookie. Come on, the Nookie. Come on. So you can take that cookie.
3 random Yankees. That's right. That's that hat, right? But look, classic. Come on.
Cincinnati Reds, baby.
Bottom, right? Yankee cap, have to have it. That's an old one. There's that Pirates hat. I think Ryan
Yeah.
McKenna was just
Can
talking
you
about it.
can
The
you
gray
name
bottom
a
Pirates
single player that played for the Pittsburgh Pirates throughout history?
cap.
Manu.
Of course not. No,
Yeah,
of
Barry
course not.
Bonds, Bobby
I like
Bonilla,
hats. I
Roberto
like hats.
Clemente, Andy Van
All right.
Slyke. No.
Yankee,
All right.
Yankee,
Yes,
Yankee.
Amber. Jesus, Amber. I'd love to do an interview with Casada. Wait, hold on, Manu. Can you
Yes.
at least name somebody that played for the Yankees?
Jeter.
Thank you.
Oh,
Colossus is looking at a Colossus statue on eBay. Do you know I used
most
to have?
expensive hat I own.
Oh, really? Is that original? Is that like an OG?
It's original, unworn. I might have worn it when I was younger, but it is OG. I don't have the tags on it, but it's super minty, super clean. These go for like $300. The black is the
Jesus.
rarest color of this hat.
Aaron, if you could ever connect me to Neil Druckmann, I would love to interview Neil Druckmann. Hats, hashtag hats. Hashtag Manu's mystery box.
I love it. That's funny.
Speaking of giveaway, should I do these? Should we do these?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's
All right,
absolutely do it, man.
So I'm going to give away the spawn pair of 21 and 24. I think I looked at 24. It's probably a 9-8 candidate. So what we're going to do is I'm going to give that away. Easy hashtag spawn. And I'll give those two away to a friend. This one could use a little bit of a press. It's got a finger bend on the bottom, but I think if you pressed this one and submitted them both, they're going to be both 9/8. And I just love, Manu, you're the reason like that my attention is on these now, because I never looked at these covers as being special, but when you really look at them, like for what all the other Spawn covers were in the first 50 issues, besides obviously number 1 and number 9, these are so special. Like the design element on it is just like, okay, chains, a circular chains, and then he's coming out of a window. It's like a little window in a house. He's like, I'm Spawn.
Yeah, I freaking love it. And you know the story of the distribution of issue 21, right?
I've heard it. Let's hear it again.
Okay, so I only know it because RS Cali, our friend
Andrew,
he posted his 2198 newsstand months and months ago, and he told the story. Basically, this was an era in Image Comics where they were just like, it was weird shit happening with their manufacturing. Their sales were super declined, so the print runs were low. Their organization as a company was shit. And that book actually came to newsstands 2 months before the issues prior to it. Like 21 came out before issue 19.
I remember hearing about that as a kid, that people knew what happened in this issue.
Yeah.
And
that's amazing to me. And dude, I mean, that's a direct and it's beautiful, but that newsstand is fucking scarce, man.
Well, I can answer some questions. Johnny, yes. Noma Garcia Para is the best Boston accent player. And Armando, I appreciate you actually, I forgot about it because it was a Wednesday. And then Armando's like, you watching the McFarlane stream? I didn't buy anything because I would have bought one of the pin sets had I got in there earlier, but I wasn't going to pay that kind of money for the autographed pieces of cloth. It was cool, but I'd rather put that money towards original art.
Oh shit, I'm hella behind on the chat.
On the chat,
some amazing things being said.
Yeah, well, we got how many? Let's see how many people. We got 17 people in for Spawn out of 31. That's a little more than half.
I want my hashtag in there.
I did not fat finger that Spawn, but I do sometimes fuck up with comics. It happens every once in a while.
Ryan McKenna offered $25 for that hat. Ryan, I freaking love you, bro, but I can't do it. It's my childhood one, so like I'd have a hard time partying with that one. For $20,
I still haven't opened issue 1 and let everyone hate me for not reading Spawn. Dude, you know what, Aaron, you read the first 15 issues and then like if you're not digging it, then walk away. But issue 9 is still probably the greatest comic that Todd's ever been associated with because Neil Gaiman wrote it, but the art on it's absolutely unbelievable. Yeah. That's all I have to say about that.
Did you see Andrew's comment? He said, Manu, I tried to screenshot it for you. Todd was showing off some wild 90s Spider-Man gear on the whatnot.
I didn't see the Spider-Man gear, but I saw like some of the other stuff. He's going to do more of them, but man, it made me so not jealous, envious of everybody in that room, because I know if I was in that room during that stream, I would have hosted the shit out of it with Todd.
Oh, what an epic night that would have been.
Yeah. I'm tired of holding these, so I'm going to put them here.
You sounded like Bane even without trying to.
I'm tired of holding these. I'm
Yeah,
going to put them
exactly.
here. All right, guys. Well, how many we have? We got 20 entries for Spawn 21 and 24. Can we at least get to one of the numbers of the issues, either 21 or 24? Hashtag Spawn, and then I'll give these away. We'll give it away now. See, this is what I'm saying, Manu.
What?
I feel like we've been on for 20 minutes, and we've been on for 2 hours.
I know. I love it so much.
Yeah. Ryan, the animated Spawn series is still the best version of Spawn that's existed, even better than what's in the comics. I rewatched it over COVID. I still enjoyed it. I mean, I don't know in what way you found it tough, but I think it still holds up. That's right. Todd is known for, he does these signings and all this stuff. He doesn't take bathroom breaks. He says, all these guys, they get up, they go to the bathroom. Everything takes them so long. I just don't pee. I don't eat. I just do it.
He said that?
Yeah, he's talked about that before, that he doesn't take pee breaks.
That's a dedicated man. That's why he's successful.
It is. That's why he talks about that. All right. Well, speaking of hats, Trip once sold a Sonics hat on eBay thinking you get 20 or 30, end up getting for 400 plus because it was a shark tooth style. Oh, I remember those ones with like the pattern that like kind of looks like shark teeth on the hat. Those came out in the 90s.
Bro, I love
late
that.
80s.
Congrats on that story and it going like that's sick. I do this. That's fucking awesome. Sean's
a little far behind. Sean, I think you're on a delay because deepest bluest. My hat is like a shark's fin. We were talking about LL like 25 minutes ago.
Wait, so shark tooth style hat came in at the same time as delayed shark fin comment. That's kind of
interesting.
And what's up, Antipop? That is interesting. Black Goo.
What up? All right. Hashtag Spawn. We're drawing it in 5, in 4, in Todd, in 1. Hashtag Spawn. Delay. Here we go. Who's going to win it?
Oh, this is a dope giveaway.
Tyler! Holy shit. Could it go to a more appropriate person that always never wins? He famously never wins the giveaways. Really? And there it is.
Congrats, Tyler.
Congrats, Tyler. Awesome.
I almost dropped a tear for that one. That was sweet.
I almost dropped a deuce for that one.
My guy.
Tyler winning again for the first time ever. I think. That was good. That was good.
Too much
fun.
Too much fun. My
D-Rock.
I like it.
Your face hurts me too, man. Are you sending any comics or cards to the Jimothy Lee signing? I am not. Are you?
I am not. But let's give away a Jim Lee book.
All right. He's going to give away a Jim Lee book. There we go, Armando. You just triggered a giveaway. Actually, can we talk about how Jaws is not the best movie ever? Trip or Tyler, can you please remove Aaron from the stream forever? Congrats, Tyler.
Okay, sticking with this is a sick one. It's not a newsstand though. I'm sorry, guys. But it's
hold on. We have to celebrate this real quick. Tyler finally won alert. You know what that deserves? It deserves the whoa, Comic Tim seal of approval. Hey, Comic Famine. All right. I'm not Comic Tim, by the way. And TM broke it down that he can sign 5 to 6 items per minute. And if he's charging X amount per sig, he actually, I see. How much money does he miss out on because he doesn't charge? That's right. It is, I think he is wearing a Hashik jersey, Johnny. It's Hashik. All right, here we go. I'm going to restart this, and you show us what you're going to give away, Manu.
It's a Marvel Age 104. It's a Jim Lee cover. There's Jim Lee drawing Psylocke. There's Psylocke. There's the rest of the characters. It's dope. There is a newsstand of this book. This is the direct, but hey, enjoy it if you want. I don't have a grade written on this, which is weird. I don't know why. I'm assuming it's decent grade. I really don't know why I don't have a grade on it. But yeah, anyway, let's do Jim Lee hashtag.
No, not hashtag
No,
Jim Lee.
No, not
Hashtag, you ready? Jimothy. JOMJIMOTHE. Jimothy.
I stand corrected. That one, Jimothy. The way that he put it in there. Jamoth. Yes, Jamoth. Hashtag Jamoth, everyone. What the fuck, man?
I spelled my own joke wrong, so I'm running with it. I'm running with it. I was going to spell it with a Y, and I spelled it with an E, and now it's Jamoth.
Well, read Bishopism's typo. His is even funnier than yours. I won't say it.
Jamoth. Jamoth.
So Bishopism, get that one in there again, please.
Jimothy. See, okay, here we go. Hashtag sharper image. There you go, Andrew. That's the one.
So,
see, here's the funny thing. I give away 2 Spawn books, right? This is how my proof, and I can say this is my channel, but everybody likes Manu more than me because there's instantly 21 people with the Jimothy hashtag.
I fuck with you guys. Fuck with you guys.
No, I'm the comic guy, not him.
Thank you, guys. It's not even a newsstand, and we're still excited. Fuck yes.
Whenever we finally do some type of appearance together or panel about it came from the newsstand a year down the line, I'm gonna get a black shirt made up that just says, "You all like Manu more than me."
That's hilarious. and I'm gonna have mine's gonna be like, I don't argue with Dave. Like, I thank you, our mister. Thank you, my friend. Yes, no, we all.
Andrew, I kind of want to go get the sharper image hat, but I don't.
What's the sharper image hat? What do we keep talking about? Like,
Hold on.
All right. I don't have much to say when I'm alone. I get a little scared, but I want to give some more books away too. But anyway, let's get the Jimothy in there, the Jamoth, right? If I don't know if he can hear us, but Dave, yeah, there he is. RMS says we love you, Dave. There's only one you, my friend. Original, dude. That's so true. I want to talk more about that. That is a sharper image hat.
So if you were up on your comic Tim lore, you would know that he talks about how Jimothy Lee and Todd McFearless and Rob Liefeld started a comic book company called The Sharper Image.
I didn't know that, but can we talk about? Because I get it. But can we talk about how great that looks on you? Like, can we?
You
talk
think
about,
it does?
I think that looks fucking sick on you. I think that's dope. I think you are a hipster, and I think that proves it, and it's fucking awesome.
Do you know who got me this hat? Andrew.
My guy. I love that shit.
I still have my USPS, my entire uniform. I have my entire uniform still. And my mailbag.
That is dope as fuck. Oh, that's dope. All right, cool.
The Sharper Image was from Sky Mall. That's right. Or every mall. And in the 90s, but then it just turned into the Sky Mall. Total hipster hat. I mean,
this is Jim Lee 2, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Jim Lee 2, the sequel. Yeah.
I could have did that. Yeah, right. I could have did that one.
The man who drew the most busted Captain America with the big titties. All right. Should we get the Jimothy JIMOTHE hashtag?
What's the entry number we're at?
We're at 22 entries.
All right, we need 3 more. We need to go to 25 because that's Jim Lee's favorite.
No, Timothy, not to be confused with Jimothy. Timothy, I worked for the post office, not UPS, and nah, man, it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it.
The UPS guys just got a nice, right?
Yeah, because they were going to go on strike at the end of the month, and they ended up, but apparently they also fired a shit ton of people before that. So.
Oh. Someone
What is
said
that?
something. They were like, you know where that money is going to come from, though. Your shipping costs are going to go up, and I
Oh,
didn't
of
want to believe
course.
that. Oh,
Of
damn
course.
it.
There we go. Colossus Collector, Jim Lee 2, Age of Jimothy. It's the
That's right.
sequel.
That's right. All right, we can run it. Let's go.
All right.
Good.
Hashtag JIMOTHE is the way to win. We'll give you another 5.
Count them 5.
Seconds to enter in 5, in 4 Jimothy, in 3 Jimothy, in 2 Jimothy, in 1 Jimothy. Who's gonna win the Marvel Age? Who's gonna win the Marvel Age? The Marvel Age, the Marvel Age, Marvel Age. And it's Derek Strome.
Derek Strome, congratulations.
That was a tease. It stopped on Trip and then went right to Derek and gave him the win.
He won that because he mentioned Big L, and if you mention Big L, you deserve to win. Rest in peace, Big L.
You know, it's funny. Derek Strome sounds like he's a hockey player.
He's got a name like that. He's got a name
Yeah.
like that. Derek, do me a favor, please. DM me your shipping details.
I think it's
on
because
Instagram.
Ryan Strome played for the Rangers. All right. Did we hit 2,000 subscribers yet? Did I get
don't
any
know.
new subscribers tonight?
Well,
Nope.
our podcast page did.
Yes.
Podcast page
Yes.
did.
I got but we're okay. You want to hear something fucked up? Here. We're at 1981. So the other day, and I'll tell everybody in here because everybody in here is subscribed to my channel and actually is not a piece of shit. So they wouldn't do something like this. But yesterday, I think it was, yesterday, I posted on Instagram, hey, 20 more subscribers still hit 2,000. Let's get us there. You know what 2 people did?
I guess now I know.
Yeah, they unsubscribed.
You know, look,
Why do people do stuff like that?
we have to. I don't know, and it can ruin our energy, and we just
Yeah,
gotta
oh, yeah.
remember,
Yeah.
because fuck, I don't know, shit.
Yeah.
But
Well,
damn,
it's just weird. It's weird. But you've said it before and we've talked about it. And, this is not news. People see success and they want to try and take it down a notch.
sometimes it just depends on where someone. Yeah, we do talk about it. It just depends on where someone's at in their world, how they perceive someone else doing something. And we are fortunate enough to have a big, supportive, loving group that likes
Oh,
to
yeah.
see other individuals within our community succeed. But that doesn't mean that there isn't going to be someone going through something where it's hard for them to see and feel and celebrate for someone else. And it might actually make them sad to see it. So sometimes they got to remove themselves just to be at peace. And, whatever it takes for someone to feel good, I'm all for it, right? Because there's plenty of people that will find us, discover us, and love us. And anyone that wants to remove themselves,
it's funny. You say I'm not a market guy, which I'm not, but I am a numbers guy. And I watch other people's numbers. And, like you watch like Rohan and JP, their numbers have gone up and like they're, putting out more content and increasing them. Friend of the channel, read your comics, Daryl. I watched his channel in the last like 4 weeks go from 30 subscribers to 100 plus. So it's like, it's fun to see that. Like,
absolutely.
Why not celebrate everybody's successes?
And it's motivational. It's inspirational.
Sure.
Like you could turn it into a bunch of positive things for yourself, right? And even if there's a part of you that's like, why not me? We'll just package that why not me into let's fucking go. It could be a push.
Thank you, our Mr. Yes, and then I love hearing it, and I love the fact that it's not even like I don't want praise for the podcast. I want people to connect with it. I want people to enjoy just the content of I don't know what I'm saying.
No, I know what you're saying.
I want people to take something away from it because you're talking about 2 people that can't stop talking. So hopefully we can, at least feel like, it helps create a sense of inclusion. Like you can relate to something that somebody else is saying. Haters are going to hate, and Colossus hit 600 subs 4 times this week. I feel you, man. I totally feel you.
It's so funny. And I always get nervous for people like on Instagram when they like when they're celebrating a milestone number, but it's like right at the number. I'm like, man, I hope you don't wake up in the morning and it's one below that. You know, 'cause that happens on Instagram.
Yeah.
Bot accounts get filtered out. You're up and down 5 or 6 just for no reason. And so it's like, you know,
Dan
funny.
is calling us a bunch of hipsters. It's true. It's true.
That's
It's
cool.
true. It's true.
It's
Yeah.
cool. Why not? Let's go.
Your IG followers, your collector count go up and down constantly. Well, there's
Oh,
definitely a glitch going on with Instagram right now, where like me and Manu were talking about this the other day. Like it's fluctuating five the number, numbers around 5 every
Yeah.
day, and then it'll
Yeah.
just pop back up. Pep Killer is having a some type of seizure right now, because if you look at it, we don't get to see some of the emojis on here, so it's just the words
yeah.
elbow cough, elbow cough, elbow cough.
I thought when I saw it, when you put it up earlier, the handshake,
Yeah,
I thought it
yeah.
was an inside joke. Pep Killer, what up? And I
It's
thought
just
it was an
funny because
inside
it's
joke,
like
yeah.
some of these don't land because it won't show us, and then obviously it shows us that. So
Pep
was
Killer
at-
said, I haven't seen Manu in a long time, and I'm just happy. I'm glad that you're here, and
That's-
I know, and I hope we find places to see each other as often as we possibly can, and thank you for being here. I appreciate it.
yeah, I recognize Pep Killer from our streams in the Marvel show.
Yeah,
Uh,
absolutely.
That's 2 peeps you don't need to waste. That is true. That is
Yeah.
true. And you know what? Those people, they don't get to be Davengerinos. So I'm thinking about it. Like, I love calling the people that follow and subscribe Davengerinos or the Davenger faithful.
Mhm,
But
mhm.
Davengerinos sounds more like like we're all in like Super Mario and they're Davengerinos everywhere.
This is hilarious because by itself, that comment that was just up, it sounds like the joke is, well, I'm unfollowing you right now, but it's actually a correction.
Oh, it's a
to
correction.
comment.
Yeah. Aaron got sick of me sending him Ghost Rider books and he's unfollowing me. I get it. He's like, why does Dave keep sending me these comic books?
I'm assuming Andrew's still with us, and I didn't respond to the email, but in the podcast that comes out tomorrow, there's mention of a cafe called People's Cafe in Berkeley.
Yeah.
And I talked about the comic books that used to line the back wall. Andrew sent a picture of
I-
the
yeah.
back room of the store.
Did you see my reply of like I was naming
You were like, without even zooming in, you're like, there's that. Bro, that place was dope. I don't think it's there. It might be still there. But
All
that's
right,
cool,
Manu.
Andrew. Thanks for sending that. Yeah.
Here's the challenge.
Okay.
Freestyle this.
No, stop. What do
Eyes
you mean,
pink,
no?
heart shape, hand purple, blue piece, face blue, covering eyes, face purple, smiling fangs, face turquoise, covering eyes. You know, like you gotta freestyle it.
Fuck yeah. There's something there. You and Designer. You remember this guy named Designer? You and Designer
No.
could do a song. That's how Designer raps. Just words being thrown out.
Oh man. Oh, it's so good. Did you ever get into what's his name? Nah, doesn't matter. I lost it.
Oh, shit.
Wait, put
Oh,
a beat on. I want to clip it. I don't know how to put a beat on. How do you put a beat on? Okay. Eyes pink, heart shape, hand purple, blue, face blue, covering eyes, face purple, smiling fangs, face turquoise, covering eyes, face turquoise, covering eyes. I don't know.
It sounded like a children's song. Like wheels on the bus go round and round. At the end.
Oh man. What's next? What are we giving away next?
$25.
$25. Here we go.
Damn. It can't be hashtag 25 this time. It has to.
No,
be
it has to be hashtag money.
Yeah, hashtag money. Let's go.
Yeah,
Let's
like
go.
YouTube's not gonna catch this one and fucking flag it.
Oh shit.
Money, 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 money.
All right, $25 more for your comic book addiction coming your
Good
way. Hashtag money. Good
John,
luck. Have a PayPal ready.
if you're calling Rockefeller, just make sure that fucking what's his name doesn't show up at my house. Suge Knight.
I got.
He was
Rockefeller.
he was
John
death.
Rockefeller.
He was death row, right?
Yeah. Rockefeller
Yeah.
is Jay-Z, Dame Dash, and Biggs.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
Biggie. Not
Biggie.
Big,
Yeah.
Kareem Biggs Burke, the silent
Yeah.
partner.
Yeah. It's better than most mobile rap coming out nowadays. Did we just witness the making of a chart topper? Possibly. Dave
People work
Suckers. Dave Suckers. That could be my lollipops.
He's Antibob says every time I leave, I come back, things get weirder. You should stick around for the progression. Actually, it's kind of like when you haven't seen a friend in a long time. They've either gotten slimmer or heavier, but you don't notice it if you're there day by day. It might be cool to just step away and come back and be like, "Oh shit, things have changed here."
Sean posted something in the Discord today, and he said about I forgot the shirt I was wearing on the intro to this morning's video, and he's like, that T-shirt triggered me. I was wearing my Jar Jar T-shirt.
Oh, Jar Jar.
Misa. Hashtag
Misa,
money, everybody.
Misa soup.
Misa soup. Can I use it for Marvel Masterpieces 22? Yeah, sure.
You can, because we love the set. We are not against the set.
Yeah. Does Snoop actually own Death Row now? Is he the sole owner?
Yeah. Snoop bought it. Yeah. Andrew said, Ryan, yes, it will get you a quarter of a card. You can have an eighth of a pack.
Oh, here comes one of the possible best YouTube names ever. Couchin' and Slouchin' with C Bizzle.
Damn. Is that an actual name?
That's real. It seems that 22 is the lucky number tonight because we have 22 people entered in for free money.
Let's go.
Dude, Suge Knight probably won't ever die, but hopefully he stays in jail for a long time. He did. I mean, when people are like, well, they didn't prove he ran somebody over in daylight in a parking lot and killed him. That man's got a temper. He's like real life. If the Punisher's temper was a real person, it'd be Suge Knight.
Do you want to see pictures of me with Suge, or do you want to see pictures of me with Kanye?
Neither.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
No, it's just, it's just interesting, like over time, right? Like how people's story changed, like things change. And there was a time, obviously, where you'd be excited to see certain people, right?
Sure.
Like, fuck.
I met a couple of people that turned out to be people that you wouldn't want to meet. But, it is what it is. He does smoke a cigar like a boss, and he runs people over like a boss, too.
What does the fall of the newsstand begins mean?
I think it's talking about the pictures of you with Kanye and Suge Knight.
Oh yeah, no, you know what? Let's pretend that comment never happened. I actually felt, I was like, man, I don't even want to mention Suge Knight and the same thing with Kanye, because I know Dave don't like Kanye, but I still think Kanye's a better person than Suge.
Well, Kanye didn't murder anybody, so yeah.
Yeah.
By default, well, it's like in the order of things not to do. And number one is murder. Like that's number one. Yeah, that's number one.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. That shit is crazy.
I could say so many things after this, but I have a photo with an ex-wrestler. No, I'm not going to go that dark. It would be really dark if I said what he did.
Shout out to the photos of you and Rosario Dawson. All right.
Yeah,
Shout out to those photos.
Oh yeah, let's see if I can throw those up on the screen. Give me 1 sec. I don't know if I have them saved on my phone because I took it, for Instagram. Yeah, I don't think it's on my phone. But yeah, man, I used to run around New York City meeting all these, people, and then after a while, my job. Yeah, one of the coolest things I ever did for my job. He murdered his career too. That's true. What are your thoughts on the guy who confessed to being the Tupac shooting? I don't believe a single person that confessed to being the Tupac shooter, considering there was a lot of people involved in that.
I didn't know that someone had come out to confess anything about
that. Armister, yeah, you got it. Yep. What? You got it. Chris Benoit. He murdered his family and then killed himself. But that's
on a more positive note.
Yeah, exactly. Dang, man. But no, I used to run around, meeting celebrities, meeting sports players. But then when I got the job with the auction company, I used to work these events where they were all there. Like I went to the Friars Club roast of Quentin Tarantino. That was pretty amazing. And got to meet a whole bunch of interesting people there. But anywho, you want to do the give? Oh, what do you got? Hold on. Let's move you big and we'll do the giveaway. Come on. Why isn't it working? All right.
Look at old school me and my friends.
Oh my God. Wait, you got to move
Who's
it a little
me?
bit.
Oh, shit.
There's a reflection.
There we go.
You're
There
in
we
the
go.
you're in the green. That's you right
I'm
there.
the Oakland A's
Yeah.
with the
Oh,
high the
there it goes.
oh shit,
Nope.
that's my phone. Hold on. Let's talk about everything we talked about earlier. There's Air Force Ones. Those are the mids though. I was addicted to the lows, but every now and then you wear mids.
Nope.
What the
Sorry.
hell?
Didn't mean to do that. I'm trying to get
Where
you in
we
the
at?
big.
Oh shit! What else was showing on that? Oh
Nothing.
crap! You have to pay attention to the little things at the bottom too. And then so look, oversized Sean John light blue shorts. But if you notice, one of the cuffs is actually folded up. That cuff is folded. For whatever reason. Rockaware shirt, but Oakland A's colors and the Oakland
You can
A's
just
5950
like
hit it.
it's a little blurry, but you can
Yeah.
see the attitude in your fucking stance in your face right there.
Yeah, things were different then.
Yeah. Look at you.
Oh,
All
this
right.
is actually Six Flags or whatever.
Jesus. All right, let's do the giveaway. How about that?
Let's do it. Oh, we're doing the giveaway. I forgot all about it. Hashtag money, yo.
Hashtag money, and Manu's gonna send you whatever it was, $25 to buy some comics or to buy us a pizza. All right, here we go. In 5, in 4, in 22, 1. You like how I do things?
Good luck. I do. Good luck.
Good
I
luck.
like that one.
Money always seems so appropriate. Rip Bob Barker. Amber.
Oh wait, Amber, do you have a PayPal? I don't.
She's
remember.
got. You can.
PayPal, right?
You can Venmo her.
I'm gonna Venmo you, Amber. I'm gonna take care of that. Thank you. Thank you.
How does Manu look older in that picture? That's a good
funny.
question. This is a very good question.
That's just hell a long time. It's whenever those Sean John shorts were being sold at Macy's. All right, that's when that was, and it's when it first happened.
Manu
Because
wanted
when they
the
got
smoke.
too cool, I was out of there.
Bay Area swag. That's right. Money give always seem appropriate. Rip Bob Barker. I know people are all upset about Bob Barker dying. How about be happy the man lived 99 fucking years? Like, it's sad, but like that dude has been. Think about it this way: 5 generations of people know who Bob Barker are, because because when we were kids, he was like 60, and he was doing The Price is Right, and then he was, it's like amazing. Like, let's celebrate him. Don't be all upset that he's dead. He hasn't been on TV in 20 years, 15 years. Be happy that we got to exist when Bob Barker was. Come on down, You're trying to act hard in line for the roller coaster.
Dude, you never needed permission to try to act harder than you were. All right. That was just the name of the game.
All right. So Pep Killa has got a point. I moved out to the West Coast in 2014. And obviously, like, I'm not in Cali, I'm in Washington. But being out in the West Coast, I say hella now, because it's just like all my Bay Area friends say it. And I'm out, I'm out in the Bay Area all the time visiting friends. So I've adopted it, and I love hella. But there's another thing. Okay. Who knows that there are some Bay Area people that say hell of? They don't say hella, they say hell of.
Like, yeah, like I hell of like, yeah, I've heard it.
Yeah, Dave says it, and I've never heard anybody say that before until I really met Dave. Price is Right, bitch. That's right. Happy Gilmore, baby. He was old when I was a kid. Exactly. He lived to 99, and most of those years were healthy. Yeah, just celebrate that. My grandma lived to like 2 days shy of 100.
Wow.
Yeah. Amber, when I heard he died, I was like, I thought he died like 6 years ago. Oh, 2501.
Most people only heard hell of in the context of like, that's a hell of a lot, but
but people use it in like
hella.
Like hella.
I hell of like that. Exactly. I've heard it. I'm trying to. Okay. Wait.
You're trying to what? What are you trying to do?
I was just trying to catch up on stuff. But Black Goo said tall tees. Black Goo, and forgive me. I thought you were. How do you remember tall tees? Like, I'm old. You're not old. But yeah, remember when tall tees became a thing? Like really long white t-shirts?
I mean, but no, I only saw it in like pop culture sense. I don't think it was like really a thing in New York.
It
If
might
it
not have
was,
been.
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
remember.
Um,
It was definitely down south and definitely in California.
Pep Killer said in Washington State. I've never heard anybody say pop since I left the East Coast, and I only heard it in New England. They say you want to pop, and they call a water fountain a bubbler. Like there's no fucking bubbles involved in it. Shut up. Slang differences are fucking hilarious. Went to Hawaii and Pennsylvania, and they told me this. Yeah, I've heard people say hell of. I call soda pop. Yeah, some people say pop. When they exposed John in the Creed movie, it hurt.
I know Amber's PayPal isn't Amber, so I'm gonna find it though. I'm get it done.
I use Hella all the time. Yeah, Hella's great. Hella's fucking great. I hell of thought that was or he had hell of comics. I've heard like Dave has said that to me before verbatim, and I'd never heard it before. He had hell of comics.
Yeah, I've definitely heard that. It like seems natural to me. It doesn't even seem out of place or weird to me. It just seems like I definitely know people that say that.
Slang on the West Coast is interesting because it's like it's the last slang in the country when you think about it, because these were the last parts of the country that were.
Oh shit, we are.
You know,
damn, dude, that's awesome. Hey,
well,
my man. And I didn't mean that in a bad way or anything. I just thought that's my guy.
Wait, what are you saying? What are you responding to?
Black Goose said we're basically the same age.
I thought you were responding to me. I was like, this is such a weird response to what I said.
I thought it was cool because he and I got along, and I thought he was younger, and I was soaking up some of that young energy. Like, yay!
Armando said, I say late when I hang up the phone. That's awesome. You don't say later. You just say late.
Late. Yeah, of course.
Bubbler. We say up here. Well, if you're close to the border. I mean, I love Canadian slang or northern central United States slang. Hella just reminds me of South Park. Well, South Park takes shots at everything.
Friends,
so great.
Black Goo has started a YouTube channel. And
oh yeah, that's right.
His I haven't spoken to him at length about this, so I'm gonna say this here. His videos are fucking phenomenal. They look great. They're enjoyable to watch. What's the name? The name is Black Goo Collectibles. Is that the channel? I
just know about it. I sadly haven't. Hold on, let me just fucking subscribe right now. Let's do the subscribe.
Yeah, Black Goo's production quality and videos and the cards that he makes videos about are dope. So if you like card stuff or if you just want to support, people that we support because we're family, check out his channel, subscribe to his channel, drop a comment.
No, I can't find it. I have to go to his YouTube link in his bio in Instagramio. Big B, what's up, brother? Big B's in the house.
What's going on? You came up today. You were mentioning.
That's right. You were mentioning conversation because somebody told us they were here because they watched your shout out video, and I was like, Big B's a good guy. I don't know why people say he's the worst motherfucker alive. Wait, I never said that. No, nobody says that. Yeah, he's just under Black Goo.
Okay, Black Goo. Yeah.
So Tyler's from the land of used guys, which he's pretty much from Southern Canada.
Thank you, Timothy.
Let's get Black Goo to 2K hella fast. That John lit for real. Aaron, I don't know what you just said.
No, that's a trip.
Oh, that was I'm sorry.
John instead of joint, right? They're like that John right there. It's just like if I was talking about something, I'm like that joint right there. But there's certain people that say that John right there, and it's just
when you say John, your eyes get big. That's pretty cool.
Do they? That John right? Oh my gosh! I can't go without doing it.
No, that's cool. That's part of like being human. By the way, it was Big B. It was Colossus that said he came here. Pep Killer said, "Take out, you got this," and then went into another rhyme that said face purple smiling, fangs face purple smiling, fangs face purple smiling, fangs. Okay, I'm done.
Holy shit.
Online or inline?
I say inline.
Online. I get online. No, I get online. I don't get inline.
You get online? Like
I get
you're waiting online for the Marvel masterpieces?
Yep.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay. And so I'm an inline, and then there's a friend of mine that always tells me she hates when someone says on accident. They're like, what the fuck is an on accident?
Yeah,
So
I say by accident.
you say, but yeah, you and her would get along then, because I will occasionally be like, no, I did it on accident, and she'd get pissed off.
What's her name? Is she single?
She's the girl from that movie with the red hair that you were talking about earlier.
Oh yeah, from Dark Knight Rises. She's in the front row when the football stadium explodes.
Thank you, Amber. You realized that I was struggling and I didn't want to say it out loud because I didn't want to expose anything that didn't need to be. Thank you. That's what I.
Yeah, I would have told you in private, but I wasn't going to tell you. Yeah, on the stream. Park on the driveway or drive on the parkway. How about this one? Do you live on Long Island or do you live in Long Island? I used to live on Long Island because I'm not actually in the island. I'm on the island.
Anyway. You tell them.
Yeah, motherfucker. Wait, you motherfucker. We challenge Manu to a rock-off. Give us one chance to rock your socks off. Anyway, so 2K celebration. I'd love for you guys to dig up 19 more followers for this channel. Because 18 more followers for this channel. That's all we need.
Oh, we are getting places.
We are going places, friends. So Manu, what's next? What's your next book? What are we looking at? What are we getting?
I have a submission at CGC right now that is a fucking doozy, bro. Like, okay, so you know that Acclaim Maximum Carnage 9.6 that I graded 2 years ago, and I decided to crack it out and regrade it, and it came back a 9.8? Yeah. Well, at that same time, 2 years ago, there was this Sienkiewicz signing, and that's when I got my 9.6 signed in the big white signature, the beautiful one, that looks better to me than the 9.8 signed one that I had that I most recently sold. That 9.6 is now at CGC to get reevaluated, pressed, and hopefully turned into a 9.8. Because let me tell you, it is better looking than the one that I just fucking 9.8'd. So logically, it should come back in 9.8. Now, does logic play a role here?
No, not with CGC.
But that is a huge risk I'm taking. Why? Because the fucking book is beautiful. And any number of shit can happen, right? And I hope it doesn't. But if that damn thing comes back in 9.8, very seldom do I say a book is PC. That's PC. It'll be the third signed 9.8 on the census. And it's the most gorgeous fucking signature ever. So I'm sending a lot of well wishes for that book. I hope that turns out great. And, you know, I wasn't actually going to say this, but fuck it. Another 316 Mark Jewelers Raw is at CGC right now. A high grade ASM 316 Mark Jewelers Raw. And if you ask me, it's a no-brainer 9.6 with a decent shot at a 9.8. And if it does 9.8, it's not a gift 9.8. It is a 9.8, but it also would be like a really nice 9.6. So we'll see how that goes. And there's a few other treats in that submission that, you know, I got to keep something secret.
Yeah.
But there's a couple. Yeah. So that submission is there now. And fuck, I can't wait to find out what's happening.
I'm working on one, but it's a ways away because we've got our friend working on some of those books. And
Armando, thank you. That's freaking awesome.
I gotta send some more books to our friend to work on. Oh, Armando, yeah, thank you. That would be awesome if it happened. I appreciate it, my friend. Amber, personally, if DC goes all animated, I don't think it'll work, but I'd like to see at least some of their stuff. I want to see live action Swamp Thing. I want to see more of it.
Did they ever do one of those? I feel like back in
the day,
they
did a movie back in the day, and then they did a TV show that lasted maybe two seasons, maybe it was just one, but then they scrubbed it for me, like it never made it to HBO, so I never got to see it. I pretty much scrubbed it from the fucking existence. Aaron said if I worked at CGC and Manu talked to me while I was in customer service, I would agree with everything he says just because he spits facts hella fast.
That this is going to tie into perfectly to about 15 minutes of tomorrow's podcast.
That's true.
Because I talk about the reason people ask me to talk to people.
That's true. That's
awesome.
Our Mr. said he has dibs on that 316. And Big B said
who said that? Our Mr. said
our
that?
Mr.
Man, that's gonna our Mr. I'm letting you know. Like I'm happy to if that's a fucking 9-8, oh man, first we got to celebrate and just cry for a week because I love that book. And then and then we could make things happen. What the fuck is that?
It's an orb.
Why?
Because Bigby's sending positive vibes at your submission.
Oh, thank you.
The show is filmed in North Carolina, but costs too much to
Thank
keep
you,
going.
Bigby. Appreciate that.
Yeah, I know, but fucking DC just tanked everything. Anyway, Manu, what was the last movie you saw? Period. You know, you being on the stream with your phone, I think it's just time for you to go. Bye.
No, I'm sending people their giveaway money. Relax. Amber, let me know if you got it. It should be there now. Thank you.
I keep referring to the podcast. That's the future without knowing it.
The movie, last movie, I don't have one in this year. What the fuck?
I don't know, man.
Last movie I saw, I did just watch a movie on Netflix or something. I just told you I watched it. What the fuck did I watch? I watched something. The last movie I saw was the animated Miles Morales movie.
There you go. It's called Across the Spider-Verse.
Across the Spider-Verse, and it's fucking brilliant.
I do want to see Blue Beetle, but I don't think I'll see it in the theater. I think I'll stay and wait for that to come to me. Anywho, do you have any more things you want to give away? We're at hour 2.5. I don't know what else. I don't have any more giveaways.
Look, we've given away money. We've given away books. Let's save some giveaways for later. I do want to say something. There are probably going to be giveaways associated with tomorrow's episode. And sort of the mechanism that I'm thinking for that is trivia, right? So if you guys would be so kind, and obviously, you know, I'm trying to massage the algorithm here. If you would be so kind, I hope you enjoy it and you just want to listen to it. But even if you don't want to listen to it, just press play. Let that thing run in the background from beginning to end. Leave a little message or something. It's going to be really good for us in the long run for that sort of thing to take place. And I appreciate it. Yes, Pep Killer. Let's massage it a bit. And but the thing is, I'm probably going to do trivia based on the episode, right? And hopefully you're just absorbing it and enjoying it because it's enjoyable. But if you listen extra carefully, your chances of winning whatever I might attach to the question are going to be heightened. So I do want to do some giveaways associated with tomorrow's episode. And that's what it's going to be. There's going to be trivia associated with it, and probably like in a couple of days or next week. You know, we'll give it 5 or 6 days, and then we'll ask some questions.
Couple things. I do want to say I watched The Flash in the theater, and then I watched it at home, and I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. It's not going anywhere, but I liked it. Big B, always a pleasure, my friend. Thank you. Shit, I just lost where I was. Oh yeah. So. What is everybody in the I'm new? We talked about it. I wonder what the people would think about this is if we did like maybe once a month we do like a little live stream from the Instagram, the podcast Instagram, and just kind of talked about the podcast a little bit. And, you know, or do it on here, but I think that would be a fun thing to do if we had like just a live chat about the podcast and people could ask, and we can just also give behind the scenes kind of little sneaky things like sex with horses.
I think it'd be crazy if we didn't do that.
Yeah. I think that'd be crazy.
And get a little bit of exactly. Let's get a little bit of extra stuff going on in that podcast. That podcast page, you know, needs a little bit more activity, and we're responsible for providing that. So yes.
Yeah. All right. Cool. I like that.
Awesome, Amber. Thank you.
All right. Amber's all taken care of, and Tyler thinks it's an outstanding idea. So I think that's good. Should we call it a night? You want to talk about anything else? Does anybody have any questions for us? Did you guys know that Manu is short for Manchester United?
They know that. It's been a long time. Just wondering.
Thumbs in. Thumbs in. That's what it should just hashtag thumbs in. Yeah. The Manuminati is now in session.
Amber would like to ask you a question about the Flash movie.
Flash me the question, Amber. She's going to be like, why did it suck so much?
Well,
all in caps.
You.
You should ask me the question about Flash, but Manu should answer it.
Yeah, that's yeah. That answer could either be really short or really long. That's just sort of not knowing anything about it. That's the magic there. And Pep, I love that message thing.
Aaron, let's cuddle.
Aw, that is
Careful, you're gonna get hate from some measly IG account. See Todd, bye Todd.
People had me fucked up. I'm gonna set the record straight.
That's right. See Todd, bye Todd.
All right. Anyone tries anything shady, I'm gonna show that picture of Gangster Manu at the theme park. You guys be careful. I
No,
tucked up my jean shorts.
if anybody says anything shady, just send them the picture of you with fucking Suge Knight.
Damn.
Oh man. Well, Amber, let me know what the question is, because otherwise we'll say goodnight soon.
Yeah, it's a fair good night. Oh,
plus,
okay. If World War never stopped,
Wonder
I
Woman.
don't know.
Wonder Woman.
Okay.
Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
If
you
Wonder
go
Woman
ahead,
never
Jake.
stopped Ares, did he win? And does that mean Batman is a? I don't remember the Wonder Woman. Wait, Wonder Woman Ares. I don't know. I can't answer that. My memory doesn't go deep on the DCU. Oh, look at that black cat. How many of those? Oh, that's different than what I thought.
Yeah,
it was.
that's different. That's different.
Yeah,
I still
that was
have
the
3 of these
peach
ones, though. Yeah, the peaches.
Dude, I have to own a piece of Peach original artwork, and I keep missing every time she posts one for sale on her Instagram. Like, I'm too late, and I need to. Oh, look at that Jim Ballant Catwoman. I'm sorry, Amber, I can't answer that correctly. He rides roller coasters hella fast. John always stopped, always strapped, always strapped. You strapped? You remember that movie, Strapped?
No, I don't remember a movie called Strapped.
I think. Oh, who the hell was in that? Strapped. It wasn't actually.
I just saw the message the comment you were reading. That's hilarious. He rides roller coasters hella fast.
Yeah, it was. It was Bokeem Woodbine. I remember that movie. It was good. Aquaman cameo worth it at all? I mean, it's a cameo. It's like, are you watching a movie for 30 seconds worth of a movie? Yeah, it's funny, but I can't for the life of me get into her art. Dude, I couldn't get into her art at first, and then I did. Oh, so you're saying it's Batman a Nazi? Maybe. Probably. No, in reference to what she's saying. Now I get it.
I gotcha.
I don't know. That's a good question. That's James Gunn. All right. I think this was a fun night and a great return to Sundave Sitdown. Next one will probably be, not that you're, waiting and marking your calendars, but just in case you're interested to know, next one's going to be September, the last Sunday of the month. So that's September 25th, September 24th.
Cool.
So that'll be my next Sundave Sitdown. And then October, I'll bring the book club back. That'll be fun. That'll be a lot of fun. Marvelous Cards, thank you. And Sean, I know you do. We'll have to have 30-second chats about every 30 seconds of movies that you watch. Thank you, Johnny. And Aaron, love you, brother. Have a good night. Remember, tomorrow morning, the new episode drops. It's called The Kids Got Hustle. And please watch, there you go. And please watch the video I dropped today when you have 22 and a half minutes. That's Scotland Part 1. And thank you, Derek. I put a PSA on my IG. Did you get it closer to 2K? Let's see.
Oh, thank you. Hey, you could watch the episode right now and be done with it before 10.
That's right. That's right. I'm at 1984, folks. We have 16 more followers to go.
We are moving. Pep Killer, thank you so much. It was a pleasure to hang out with you tonight. Thank you. I've missed you. So that is very nice to be hanging tonight.
Yeah. And Amber, a pleasure. Congratulations to everybody that won. Congratulations to Tyler and oh God, I already forgot who won the Batman. Johnny. And I think it was Johnny. Yeah, it was Johnny. Probably Johnny.
Derek, if you haven't yet, just DM me your shipping stuff. You probably already have, but Dave got mad at me for being on my phone, so I had to get off. Oh, you did. I see it there. I will engage and get in there shortly. Thank you.
All right. Well, it has been a great night. Manu, obviously you stick around. We'll have a little chit chat, a little. Okay, I'm going to stop saying Lil. And everybody, thank you so much for joining tonight. This was a great way to spend Sunday and Sundave Sit Down. And thank you to my esteemed guest, the one and only 9.9 Newsstand Manu. We'll see you later. Waka chicka, waka chicka, waka chicka. Sunday Sit Down.
Yeah, it's time for Sundave Sitdown.
And